先生、こいつを助けてください。いきなり血を吐いて。
So I'm going to check the settings. Interesting. Okay. Doctor, please help this guy. He suddenly started coughing up blood. Ugh. The researcher who enters also vomits blood and collapses on the spot.
おい君、しっかりしろ。
Whoa, hold on. Stay with me. While giving instructions to the nurse, the doctor examines the collapsed researcher on the examination table. The LEMARE is immediately put into use. Just then another researcher bursts in.
先生、大変です。すぐに来てください。そこら中血を吐いた連中でいっぱいです。
Doctor, it's urgent. Please come quickly. There are people everywhere vomiting blood.
なんだって。一体ここで何が起きてるんだ。
What in the world is happening here? May 1st, 2017, 11:34 p.m.
一体何が起きたんだ。
That's weird. I thought 11:34 p.m. generally referred to just before midnight. Is that a typo? Oh well. What in the world has happened?
EBF 内でバイオハザードが起きた模様です。
So I guess these guys are on Lamu, but they're still scientists. It seems a biohazard incident has occurred within IBF. Yeah, you would think it would skip to just before noon, not just before midnight.
レミは SQ アラートを発令しました。
Lemay has issued an S-class alert.
SQ アラートだって。
An S-class alert, you say?
本当なのか。それは EBF の完全隔離ということだぞ。
Is it true? That means IBF is completely isolated.
はい、すでに付近一帯への通信妨害も行われています。
Yes, there's already communication interference in the surrounding area.
それでレミューの方はどうするんだ。
And what about Lamu?
しばらくは通常営業のままでとのことです。
It seems they will continue with business as usual for the time being.
幹部のやつら、下の連中を見捨てるというのか。
Are the executives going to abandon us and the lower ranks? So the lower rank guys are in Lamu and the higher rank guys are in IBF. Or is it the other way around? Yeah, I'm trying to like figure that out. So they're saying like they're not going to... It might be the other way around. If you're isolating IBF, that means they're not coming to help anybody in IBF, and they're intentionally cutting off communication between IBF and the outside world, meaning they're intentionally dooming the people in IBF. They're also not letting them escape, which is not letting them run if they don't happen to not have Deep Blue, which is unlikely. Then they can't escape there, and they're forced to be in a place that also has people in it with Deep Blue. So I guess you could say that the people in IBF are being abandoned. Then those would be the lower ranks. But I don't know. Maybe it's ambiguous on purpose. Well, they're not doing anything with Lamu. That's a mistake because... Well, I don't know. Deep Blue doesn't really get out in Lamu. Coco has it, but Coco doesn't really spread it to the general populace of Lamu. She just spreads it to the others... This is interesting. But when did the others get it? Did they get it from Coco, or did they get it from the incident in general? Yeah, if they get it specifically from Coco, then maybe you could say, okay, Coco gave them it because she spent more time with them, but not necessarily everybody in Lamu. But then if just the incident in general just kind of gave everybody it, then maybe everybody got it. I don't know. So much left ambiguous. 12:34 p.m. Okay, this makes sense. That's how you use p.m., right? That is a p.m. 11:34 is not p.m. Before that is a.m. It doesn't turn to p.m. until you get to noon.
上の連中
This was probably
我々を見捨てるつもりなのか。
Are the higher-ups planning to abandon us? Unmanned escape pods are automatically being ejected as alarms blare within IBF. Okay, so the people being abandoned are the people in IBF. They are intentionally injecting the escape pods with no one in them so that the people can't use them to get out.
ちくしょうダメだヒンメルへのエレベーターも動かないレミによってこの施設は完全に隔離されている
Damn it, it's no use. The elevator to Himmel isn't working. Lemay has completely isolated IBF.
今さら慌てて隔離したところで何になるんだ
Well, Sora got one of those elevators working somehow later. What good does it do to panic now?
ティーフブラウウイルスの潜伏期間は1週間はあるんだぞ
The incubation period for the Tiefblau virus is a week.
その間何人もの感染者が EBF とインゼルヌルと行き来していただろうに
During that time, many infected individuals must have been moving between IBF and Incel Null. That's kind of interesting. Well, some viruses you would think would not be contagious during their incubation period. They're only contagious once they're symptomatic because it is the coughing and the sneezing they cause that allow the virus to be spread. The reason why I say some is I'm not actually knowledgeable about virology enough to make sure that there aren't ones that are contagious when they're being incubated. They can still go out of the body. I don't know if someone knows more about this than me, they could clarify that, but interesting. Because if Deep Blau blew, I guess to make this lore work, right? Tief Blau has to be contagious in the incubation period. Lore requires it. I'm just not sure how much physical sense it makes. But maybe there are viruses that do that. I don't know. I don't want to be too presumptuous here. Anyway, a man rushes into the throng of despairing researchers.
おいみんな今田中博士たちが EBF のレミの無力化を試みているそうだそれでもうすぐエレベーター使えるようになるらしいぞ
Everyone, Dr. Tanaka and the others are trying to neutralize Lemay at IBF, and it seems the elevator will be operational soon. Okay, so maybe Yoiki fixed the elevator.
それは本当か
Is that true? Researchers cheer at the news. Or maybe someone gets the cargo elevator working.
ここからならヒンメルのエレベーターより搬入エレベーターの方が近いな
From here, the freight elevator is closer to us than the passenger elevator to Himmel.
よしみんな搬入エレベーターへ行こう
Alright, everyone, let's head to the freight elevator. Researchers who can still move head towards the freight elevator. However, they don't realize the neutralization of Lemay also meant that the safety mechanisms of the freight elevator would be neutralized. Well, what else would it mean? That is the most contrived, inconvenient, nonsensical happenstance ever. Okay. A lot of ellipses. May 1st, 2017, 1:17 p.m. The game happens. All of it. We're getting all the way to the end here. Okay. August 17th, 2017. So we're several months later. We have six. Okay, we just kind of. Okay, so we did the game, and now we're May, June, July, August. We're 3 months later. Okay, we have successfully discovered the antibody for the Tiefblau virus. I don't know if we really discover it, but whatever. Created some sort of therapy, a therapeutic where we inject antibodies, which is something that's been done for some viruses realistically.
5月中旬より世界的に猛威を振るっている殺人ウイルスティーフブラウンに対してようやく光明が見えてきたようです。
Beginning mid-May, it seems we have finally caught a glimmer of hope against the lethal virus Tiefblau, which has been wreaking havoc worldwide.
抗体の発見に成功したのは世界的に有名なライプリヒ製薬。ライプリヒ製薬では直ちにワクチンの開発を
The successful discovery of the antibody was made by globally renowned Leiblich Pharmaceuticals.
何よ私たちの体から抗体を見つけたくせに
What? They found antibodies in our bodies? Yu irritably turns off the TV and faces the mountain of books on the table. Oh, has been live communicating with you? Anyway, that's the one of the two new CGs, I guess.
インダス文字ベースってドラビダ語に近いんだけど、ロンゴ文字っぽいし。
The script is based on the Indus script, which I think is an undeciphered script. But anyway, I don't know much about the undeciphered scripts though. And resembles Dravidian languages. I don't know if that's a real thing. I mean, it might be. There's a lot of names for language families I'm not aware of, so it might be a real thing. But it also looks like Rongo script. That might be a thing. I don't know. I don't know enough about linguistics and stuff.
ダメ。全然読めないわ、レムリア碑文。
I can't read the Lemurian inscription at all. Oh, so she didn't decipher it with Sora on the spot. She still has to decipher it. Okay, that's interesting. She sighs deeply for what feels like the 100th time. I thought she described it. She'd like decipher it immediately. That's what I thought the implication from the game was. Apparently not. Okay.
でも、なんとしても解読しなくっちゃね。
But I have to decipher it somehow. Why do you?
個々の落書きと同じものが碑文に刻まれていたんだから。
Because the same scribbles that Coco made were engraved on the inscription.
あの事故はまだ終わっていない。
That accident isn't over yet. Oh, she actually took that seriously. Okay. He's like, that's impossible. Someone's trying to communicate to me something with that. Okay.
そんな気がするから。
I just have that feeling.
ピピタピピタ
She turns casually towards her daughter.
こらこら、ピピはおもちゃじゃないんだから尻尾を引っ張らない。
Hey now, Pipiton isn't a toy. Don't pull its tail. Yeah, but it kinda is.
ピピタ、いい子、いい子。
I don't know what I thought ego meant English. Like the language. Okay. It also means you're such a good doggy, apparently.
そう。いい子いい子ね。
You are a good doggy, aren't you? I guess it's like a really like expensive toy, right? Like PP like high tech expensive toy. Which is an interesting concept, but they exist.
ありがとね、ピピ。その子の遊び相手になってくれて。
Thank you, PP, for playing with her.
でも、あんた電子犬だったんだね。電子犬ってもっとメカメカしいこと思ってたんだけどな。
But you're a robotic dog, right? I thought robotic dogs would look more mechanical. Where on PP do you plug PP in to charge PP? Where's the plug? Immediately starts visualizing that comedy game, that sketch comedy game, plug and play.
少年は記憶が戻って家に帰ったし、つぐみはどっかに消えちゃったし、あそこにいたのは私とあんただけになっちゃったね。
The boy regained his memory and went home. That's Ryogo, okay. Again, they changed his lore. They made it so he does regain his memory, unlike in the previous game. Not the previous game, the previous version of the game. Tsugumi disappeared somewhere. Yep, and it's just you and me left.
たけし、ここ、空。
Odd that, I think she... Okay, so, not odd. She knows that Tsugumi's still alive because she heard, like, the people on IBF around her, like, talking about her, right? Like, it's like, oh, like, the sample or whatever is showed up. The sub has surfaced, but there's no one in it. She's here. She must have run off somewhere. Find her, right? She heard that kind of conversation. So that's probably why she knows that Tsugumi's alive. Or has reason to believe Tsugumi's still alive. But anyway, Takeshi, Coco, and Sora.
そうよ。みんなのためにも、何としても解読しなくっちゃね。
Yes, for everyone's sake, I have to decipher it somehow. She mutters this and turns back to her books. Is this where the boy shows up and saves the day or something? Possible. Someone had to voice act that.
Tanaka-san?
Tanaka-san, which apparently is Datatat-san. Is this Yuki? She hasn't died yet. Doesn't Yuki not die of teeth blow? Okay, so I don't know if Tanuki would refer to Yuharu as Tanaka-san because, well, she's literally her daughter. She might just refer to her as, like, just you. But anyway,
Tanaka-san?
Tanaka-san? And Yuki didn't die until 2 years after the incident, right? But that means Teeth Blau kept killing people 2 years after, where this is supposed to be like, oh, they discovered the antibody or whatever. And it's only 2 months after. But anyway.
Tanaka-san?
Tanaka-san.
Tanaka-san?
Tanaka-san. It sounds like Sori's voice actor.
はいはい、あんたも田中さん。お母さん今忙しいんだから後でね。
Yes, yes, you're also Tanaka-san. Mommy's busy right now. Later, okay?
田中さん。
Tanaka-san.
聞こえてますか田中さん。
Can you hear me, Tanaka-san? Oh, I guess it's Sora speaking using the voice, using the hardware of Pee-Pee? Like it's Pee-Pee talking Sora?
だからお母さん忙しいんだって。
I told you, Mommy's busy. Huh? That sounds like Sora. She looks at her child in surprise.
そうよね。空耳よね。あんたはまだちゃんと喋れるわけないもんね。
Right, it's just my imagination. You can't really talk properly yet.
私、疲れているのよね、きっと。
I must be really tired.
田中さん、私です。空です。
Tanaka-san, it's me, Sora.
ピピを使って私の声を出せるプログラムを組むのに手間取りましたが。
I had a hard time programming Pee-Pee to output my voice.
ほんと疲れているんだわ。ピピが空だって言ってるように聞こえるし。
I must be really tired. It sounds like Pee-Pee saying she's Sora.
いえ、ピピなんですが、私です。ピピの中に私もいるんです。
Well, it is Pee-Pee, but it's also me. I am also inside Pee-Pee.
ピピ、あんた空だったの？
What, Pee-Pee? You're Sora?
はい。
Yes. Sora starts to explain what had happened. How Takeshi had backed up all of Sora into LMQSS-17. And how LMQSS-17 was embedded inside the robotic dog Pee-Pee created by her father.
お父さん。
Wait, how did Pee-Pee load Sora onto him? I mean, well, I guess Pee-Pee's a her in this game. In the remake, they gender bent Pee-Pee to a her. Pee-Pee was a him, I think, in the original. Same thing with Chami, because I think they're probably not gendered in the Japanese, because in the Japanese you don't have to gender them, and so the Hirameki translators translated them both to he, and then the remake translators translated them to she, because they had their own choice about what they wanted to do. Anyway, but like what I was trying to get at is, she, I guess, Pee-Pee, that is she, wouldn't be able to load Sora onto him, or her. Oh, man, I want to call Pee-Pee a him so bad. Onto her, because Pee-Pee doesn't have a disk drive, does he? Or does her? I wonder if we're going to do a he, because it makes it so it's easy to differentiate the characters, right? Otherwise it sounds like I'm talking about Sora, not Pee-Pee. She looks at a photograph displayed on the sideboard, tears welling up in her eyes. Her father had died from the Teeth Blau virus while in a hyperbaric chamber at IBF. However, the truth was concealed. She was threatened by Lieblich, and if she disclosed this information, her family would be harmed. Moreover, the media and the police were in Lieblich's pocket, making it seem futile to act. Oh, so Lieblich was like, if you reveal this, we're gonna kill you. Okay, whatever. We're gonna kill your mom. Even though they ended up doing that indirectly. Naturally, the fact that Haru and the others were at IBF, the truth behind the accident that occurred there, were also kept secret. Her father, like the other victims of IBF, was declared as a missing person due to pressure from Lieblich. That's why there is no grave or altar for him.
そうね。お父さんのためにも頑張らなきゃ。ね。
I have to do my best for my father, don't I?
そうだ、そら。確かあなたのデータベースにレムリア碑文の解読データってあったよね。
Yeah, Lieblich hired the person who knew all this stuff because she was in the incident, and they gave her access to more information. That sounds so stupid on Lieblich's part. But anyway, by the way, Sora, didn't you have the decoded data of the Lemurian inscription in your database?
はい、レミよりダウンロードしてあります。
Yes, I downloaded it from Lemay.
それじゃあ手伝って。あの碑文には何か意味があるはずよ。私たちにとってのね。
Then help me. There must be some meaning in that inscription for us.
わかりました。早速分析にかかります。
Understood. I will start the analysis immediately. Sora starts the analysis. After a
解
while,
析が終わりましたが、
the analysis is complete.
どうやらコード式の極暗号とサイファー式の文字暗号のようなものが組み込まれているようですね。
It seems to contain a code-like word cipher and a ciphered text. It's like a substitution cipher just for Japanese, okay?
暗号ですって？なんでまたそんなものが？
A cipher? Why would it have such a thing?
内容が内容だけに他の人には知られてはまずいからではないでしょうか。
Given the content, perhaps it's not something others should know.
他の人に知られてはまずい？なんだろう。でもそら、よくそんな暗号が解けたわね。
Not something others should know. What could it be? But Sora, I'm really impressed you could decipher it.
序文の文章の五七五の言葉の配列に読み解くヒントが隠されていました。
There is a hint hidden in the arrangement of the 575 syllable pattern in the preface.
さすが空ね。じゃあ早速教えて。書き留めるから。
Wow, Sora, now tell me quickly so I can write it down. It's kind of funny. So, there would be actually no reason to believe there's a 575 syllable pattern just from the writing, because you don't know like what information is encoded in which and how many characters. Like something for like English, for example, where we have these consonant sounds that are encoded by two consonant characters, like sh and th and consonant clustering and stuff. You couldn't really do that. Say, well, in Japanese you could, because there's one syllable per character in Japanese. Yeah, only if you're using hiragana and katakana. If you're using kanji, there could be multiple syllables encoded in one character. So, I wouldn't say it's like a 575 syllable pattern. You look at it and go, oh, that's a 575 character pattern, which is suspicious because a 575 syllable pattern, I'm trying to correct myself here, is a common poetry format in Japan. So there might be something to that. Let's try to see if this is a cipher for hiragana. And then it would make sense. I'm kind of splitting hairs there and picking at nothing. She says, holding her favorite pen in hand.
でも、本当にこの内容で合っているのでしょうか？
But is this really the correct content?
いいから早く教えて。
Just tell me quickly.
では言いますね。
Alright, here it is. Are you ready? She swallows hard, preparing to catch every word.
田中優美生遥かなへ。君に必ず実行してもらいたい計画があるんだ。
To Yubei Harukana Tanaka, I have a plan that I need you to carry out. He was like, what? The blue. She suddenly stumbles upon hearing her own name. Yeah, this is kind of where the profanity is appropriate.
なんなのよそれ。
They translate it to, what the hell? The inscription is a message from the past and also from the future, addressed to Yubei Harukana Tanaka. It conveys this. Except we're not going to give you the exact words because we're lazy. We're just going to paraphrase it. Takeshi and Koko are alive and still asleep in that place. It also reveals that everyone had been inflicted with the Cure virus. Well, they're only still, it's like Schrodinger's cat. They're actually in a superposition of alive and dead, and they will collapse into one or the other depending on how well this plan turns out. Anyway, 17 years later. Takeshi and Koko cannot be rescued until May 7th, 2034. To save them, a certain plan has to be executed on May 1st, 2034. Conditions necessary for the plan, the members required, and the necessary equipment were in need of preparation. So she goes back to that place. She gets a job at Leiblich. Okay. September 17th, 2028. This is the space-time vibration device story, right? Lin Lemu. After the accident, the operation of Surface Lemu was quickly resumed. Which is Incel No, right? That just kept going as its own facility, just like a half Lemu. The collapsed undersea Lemu was rebuilt at a rapid pace, hiding the incident. Oh, so they're trying to deny that Lemu ever collapsed at all. So it's like, oh, it's closed for maintenance for a year, and they built it like real fast. Okay. Although IBF was abandoned, the research facilities within the sea megafloat remained intact. So within Lemu, a new research facility was built within Himmel in undersea Lemu. Oh, okay. That is where they are.
ブロック E のサーキット、問題ないです。
I assume the sprites we have in front of us, that's where the sprites depict are. The circuit in block E is fine.
ブロック F の配線、接続完了しました。
The wiring in block F is connected.
これで 80% 終了です。
That makes it 80% complete.
まだ完成はしてないけど、やっとここまで来れたわね。
Phew, we're not finished yet, but we finally got this far.
はい。
Indeed. What body is Sora in now? They are looking up at a device that shines like the moon. Also, has the moon in it, interestingly. A space-time vibration device described in the Lemuria inscription. It's like, that's who Dr. Horrible would have sold it to. Is that his name? I forget. The main character of Despicable Me. But apparently in this universe he actually successfully made the sale. The space-time vibration device described in the Lemuria inscription.
2つの加速器で2つの原子核を17テラ電子ボルトまで予備加速。
Two accelerators pre-accelerate two atomic nuclei to 17 tera electron volts. Which element?
ほぼ高速まで加速し、原子核ビームにしてから2つを衝突させる。
Accelerate them to almost the speed of light, turn them into atomic nuclei beams, and then collide them.
そして極小のビッグバンを起こして人工ブラックホールを作成。
Then create an artificial black hole by inducing a mini Big Bang. Huh? You realize that those are two different... Okay, anyway. You're like, create a point mass from inducing a mini uniform distribution of mass. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so if you want to model a black hole, you use what's called the Schwarzschild solution to Einstein's field equations. And of course you can make generalizations of that for spinny black holes or charged black holes and so on. We have all these solutions, right? If you want to model the Big Bang, I forgot the name for this, but we have an analytical solution for Einstein's field equations for a uniform distribution of mass everywhere. And you can use that to very crudely, it doesn't really solve everything, model the Big Bang. But the Big Bang is like a concept based on that solution to Einstein's field equations. So, think about how much sense this makes.
ブラックホールの周囲をエキゾチック物質で囲み、事象の地平線を固定し、重力の影響を抑え込む。
Stabilize the event horizon of the black hole, like you could ever need to do that, with exotic matter, and suppress the effects of gravity.
その後、人工ブラックホールを高速で回転させ、特異点を不規則にし、相転移現象を起こさせ、時空を振動させる。
What does suppress the effects of gravity even mean? That doesn't even make any sense. There is nothing that will ever exist, there's nothing that conceptually makes sense could ever suppress the effects of gravity. That doesn't even, it doesn't even. If you want to be slang about it. If you want to be, that's like a millennial slang, I think it's pretty old slang now. I can't even. Anyway, after that, rapidly rotate the artificial black hole, okay. Destabilizing, I don't know how you'd rotate a black hole once it's already a black hole. I understand how you could get a rotating black hole. It's because, like, it accretes from, like, a gas cloud that has angular momentum. Anyway, stabilize the singularity, whatever that means, causing a phase transition phenomenon, where it's a completely different idea that involves nearest neighbor problems and nearest neighbor modeling of matter, but okay. Conceptually completely different thing, and vibrate space-time, which is something you can do with two black holes.
まったく、いつの時代、どこの世界のテクノロジーだかわからないけど、この装置ってオーバーテクノロジーの塊なのよね。
Honestly, I don't know what era of world this technology comes from, but this device is a heap of incomprehensible technology. It also makes no sense conceptually.
はあ、いつか自分でオーパーツを発見したかったけど、まさか自分でオーパーツを作ることになるとは夢にも思わなかったわ。
I always wanted to discover an out-of-place artifact, but I never imagined I would end up making one myself.
しかしまあ、どこかの高次元にいるブリック・ビンケルってやつにこの世界を見つけてもらうためには時空を超えるような信号を送んなきゃいけないんだろうけどさ。
But to get that Blinkwinkle guy in some higher dimension to find this world, we have to send a signal that crosses space-time.
そしてこの世界を見つけたブリック・ビンケルに過去のタケシやココを救ってもらい、命を未来へつなげてもらう。
We're going to talk like we're summarizing everything to each other, like anybody actually talks like that. And then ask Blinkwinkle to save Takeshi and Coco in the past and connect their lives to the future.
そのためにはこの装置以外にもまだまだ用意するものややることもありますけどね。
For that, we still have a lot of preparation to make besides creating this device.
でもここまで来れたんですね。
But we've come this far.
ここまで来るのに11年とちょっと、あと5年とちょっとか。
It took a little over 11 years to get here, just a little over 5 years to go.
でも不思議ですよね。碑文に書かれた予言を実現させるために僕たちがこうして準備しているのって。
But it really is strange, isn't it, doing all this work to make the prophecy written in the inscription come true? Yeah, you get what I call the motivation problem of time travel. But what's even stranger is you may not even have to make this device. The only reason why you've made it is because Blinkwinkle believes you need to make it, and the reason why Blinkwinkle believes you need to make it is because you made it.
カブラギ、あれは予言とは違うものよ。
It's like
強いて言えばシナリオね。希望へのシナリオよ。
Anyway, I must have knew what I was doing, but okay, Ryogo, it's not a prophecy. If anything, it's a scenario. A scenario of hope.
シナリオですか。
A scenario?
それじゃあライプリヒに潜り込めたのもシナリオのおかげなんですかね。
So did the scenario help us infiltrate Leiblich?
それは違うわ。碑文には実行しなくちゃいけない条件くらいしか詳しく書かれていなかったから。
That's different. The inscription only details the conditions that need to be met.
だからライプリヒに入社できたのは私のここのおかげよ。
The reason I got into Leiblich was thanks to my brain. She points to her head.
レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチは初め画家を目指したけど画家で成功できなかったわ。
Leonardo da Vinci initially aimed to be a painter, but he couldn't succeed as one. Yeah, the whole starving people don't want to pay for art problem.
だからまず職を求めて軍事の専門家と偽り技師の職に就いた。
So first he looked for work by pretending to be a military expert and got a job as an engineer.
それと似たようなもんね。お父さん譲りの機械やお母さん譲りの考古学の専門家と偽って今の職に就いたんだから。
I did something similar. I pretended to be a specialist in machinery like my father and archaeology like my mother and got my current job. In other words, I lied on my resume, like a redditor.
ライプリヒの奴らにしても EBF のことを知っている人間を近くで見張っていたいってこともあったんだろうけど。
I actually don't know if there's a higher concentration of people that lie on their resume that are Reddit users than people that are not, but I sure hope so. Okay, the people at Leiblich probably want to keep a close eye on someone who knew about IBF.
でもまあここまでの役職になれたのもそれで冠城を助手として雇えたのもみんなスーパーウルトラコンピューターの空がいてくれたからなんとかなったんだよね。
I mean, I don't know how exactly lying is your brain. I guess being able to adapt to the position once you get in there, despite not having the prior knowledge, is kind of a brainiac thing. The lying part, not so much. Anyway, I managed to get this position, and I could hire Ryogo as my assistant, all thanks to my super ultra computer, Sora. In other words, she didn't adapt to the position using her brain, still. It was Sora doing all the work. Okay then. But claiming that was a very you thing to claim, so whatever.
空の知識がハッタリに使えたからね。ありがとう空。
Our knowledge helped us bluff our way through. Thanks, Sora.
いえ、そんな。
Oh, come on, it's nothing.
謙遜はいいって。ライプリヒに貢献できるような発見、開発なんか空がいてくれたからできたのよ。
Don't be modest. Discoveries and developments that could contribute to Leiblich were only possible because of you, Sora.
あれは田中さんの発想があったからですよ。
That's because of your ideas, Yusan.
でも人の五感にアクセスできるようにミラージュをバージョンアップできたのは空のおかげでしょ。
But like, so you comes up with harebrained junk, and then Sora somehow makes that like presentable. I don't know. But you were the reason we were able to upgrade Mirage to access human senses.
それは個人的な願望があったからです。皆さんにより私の存在を感じてもらいたいという。
Wait, so she's not physical now? She's just like pretends, it like gives you fake touch and fake smell and stuff. She's just a more complete illusion. That was my personal desire. I wanted everyone to feel my presence more.
感じてもらいたい？だったら手っ取り早く実在の体を作っちゃえば？
Feel your presence, so why not just create a real body?
体ですか？
Well, at least they get the idea to do that, and it doesn't have to be like a mirage where she feels like she's touching you. A body.
ミラージュがあるって言ってもあんたピピの中意外とややこしいんだよね。
Even with Mirage, you are inside Pee-Pee, which is quite complicated. She crouches down and looks at Pee-Pee.
今の私は LM9SS17 です。ピピとは一心同体で分離することはできませんけど。
I am currently LM2SS17. I am one with Pee-Pee and cannot be separated.
でも外部端末マニピュレーターとしてならありなんじゃない？
But as an external terminal, like a manipulator, it might be possible.
外部端末マニピュレーターでですか？
As an external terminal, a manipulator.
インゼルヌルのバイオサイバー研究所に頼めば喜んで作ってくれると思うわ。
If you ask the Bio Cyber Research Institute at Incel Null, they'll gladly make one for you. But don't they not know that, like, PP houses Sora? They'd have to, like, let that cat out of that bag.
そうね。生体アンドロイドうっふんセクシーボディってのはどうかしら。
Let's see, how about an android with a sexy body? Well, that would just be Sora. Yeah, it should be Sora's old appearance because she already had one, right? Maybe it would be like, maybe like you would modify it to her taste.
うっふんセクシーボディ？
An android with a sexy body, said in English.
今の技術レベルだとほとんど生身の人間と変わらない体が作れるわよ。
With current technology, we can create a body that's almost indistinguishable from a real human. And how would it be distinguishable? Would the pupils dilate as expected? Would it sweat as expected? Would it turn blue when you did things to it that you would expect would make it hypoxic? What about like the are the veins bounced the right way? You know, like I don't know.
あんなことやこんなこと。人間にできることなら何だってできちゃうわ。
You can do anything a human can do. Anything. We know what Yuharu's thinking.
空だって興味があるんじゃない？あれはいいものだからね。
So aren't you interested? It might be really nice.
私はこのままでいいですから。
I'm fine with the way I am.
そう？でも空に実在する体があったら目覚めたあのバカはきっと目を向いて驚くわよ。
Really? But if you have a real body, that dumbass will be absolutely shocked when he wakes up.
あの人。
That person?
そうだ。私、夢があるんです。
Actually, I do have a dream. To steal Tsugumi's husband from her.
夢？
And this is sufficient motivation for me to create a body with an android body, apparently. A dream?
そう、夢です。私の手で作ってあげたいものがあるんです。
Yes, a dream. There's something I want to make with my own hands.
目覚めたあの人のために。
For that person when they wake up. October 17th, 2029. I guess about a year later. Having finished a late night meal, Sora prepared, they enjoy a brief rest. Did she prepare it using PP's body?
それでお味はどうでしたか？
Oh, she wants to make food. Okay. So how did it taste?
美味しかった。
It was delicious.
バッチリよ。
Fantastic.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you for your words, but you better be telling the truth.
だけど空が料理を作れるようになってほんと助かったよ。
But really, it's been such a help now that you can cook Sora. And Sora just does everything.
今まで毎晩僕が夜食を作らされていたからさ。
I had to make the late night meals every night until now. Because we know that for some reason you can build whatever black hole stabilizing the event horizon nonsense machines, but for some reason can't cook.
それは必然だったのよ。
That was inevitable.
必然だった？
Inevitable.
まずこんな遅い時間じゃレミューの食堂は閉まっているのでデリバリーができない。
First, at this late hour, the Lemieux cafeteria is closed, so there's no delivery.
インゼルヌルにある24時間営業の食堂に行くにはこんな海の底からじゃ時間がかかりすぎる。
It takes too long to get the 24-hour cafeteria in Incel Null from here at the bottom of the sea.
そして私が食事を作るとカブラギが必ず文句を垂れる。
And when I cook, Ryogo always complains. Well, just tell her how to do it different, like Edgy-Wiz.
インスタント食品はまだいいとしてもレタス丸ごととか出てきた日にはそりゃ文句の一つも言いたくなりますよ。
Instant food is at least understandable, but when you served a whole head of lettuce, I had to say something.
でもよかったじゃない。そのおかげでカブラギに料理スキルがついたんだから。
It turned out well, didn't it? Because of that, you learned how to cook, Ryogo. I just trolled you until you just did all the cooking, so I didn't have to.
だったらあなたが料理スキルをつけてください。
And why don't you learn how to cook?
でも冠城さんに料理スキルがあったから私も上手に料理をすることができたんですよ。
It's like, because she's exploitive, that's why. It's because of Ryogo-san's cooking skills that I learned how to cook myself.
そういえば僕が料理を作っている時作り方を聞いていたっけ？
Now that you mention it, you did ask how to make things while I was cooking, didn't you?
その時美味しい料理を作るコツを教えていただいたんですよ。
Yes, that's how I learned the secret of making delicious food.
あれそんなコツを教えたっけ？
Did I teach you any secrets?
はい、料理は心。相手の喜ぶ顔を想像しながら心を込めて作るのがコツだと教えていただきました。
Yes, you did. You said the secret is to cook with your heart, imagining the happy faces of those eating it. Does that work? So, as you mix up your fruitcake batter, imagine the happy faces of those eating it, and then it will be good.
僕そんなこと言ってたっけ？
Did I say something like that?
はい。
Yeah, I would, but not in front of you.
へえ、立派じゃない。いいお嫁さんじゃないか。旦那さんになれるわよ。
Oh, that's impressive. You'll make a great wife. I mean husband. So, what exactly are you? I guess she's joking.
そうかな。
You think so?
どうしたんですか、冠城さん。顔が赤いですよ。
What's wrong, Yogo-san? Your face is red.
なんでもないよ。
Nothing at all. He glances at her face as he speaks.
それともお店を開いてもいいわよね。きっと流行るわよ。
Or you could open a restaurant. I'm sure it'd be popular.
名前はそうね、ビストロ冠城なんでどうかしら。
You could call it Bistro Kaburaki.
って何人の顔見てため息ついてんのよ。
Hey, why are you sighing while looking at my face? Because you're not talking about marrying me anymore.
なんでもないです。
It's nothing.
それはそうとして、あいつの演技の方は身についてる？
By the way, how's the practice coming along acting as him? Must be terrible because the end result was terrible. That's kind of one of the points of it. The game is like he just really he exaggerates. He makes Takeshi, at least in the original game. The remake is kind of obscured, and the original game he just makes Takeshi like way worse, like really mean.
私も付き合って演技の指導とかしてあげたいんだけど、あんまり時間が取れないのよね。装置の調整も終わっていないし。
I'd like to help with the acting lessons, but I don't have much time. The adjustments to the device are not done yet. Yes, these adjustments that totally need to be done. They totally don't want to do this acting thing because they're not really interested in that. However, you might be if I have an excuse to beat you up like a beat 'em up, whatever.
ここで好き勝手ができるだけの仕事の成果も何かでっち上げて役員連中に見せとかなきゃいけないし。
I also need to fabricate some work results to show to the executives so I can keep doing as I please here.
演技の方は問題ないですよ。空が見ててくれるし、演技の相手はミラージュで補ってるし。
There's no problem with the acting. Sora watches over and helps, and we supplement with Mirage.
でもやっぱりすごいですね。バージョンアップしたミラージュって。
But the upgraded Mirage is really something.
激流とか振動も錯覚とは思えない迫力だったから。
The intensity of the torrents and vibrations feels so real. Wait, that was fake? Wait, so like Lamu fake collapses? Well, that's a... Huh? How could that... Okay, you have to explain, like... Like, the whole thing with... How do you fake all the water that Sara and Hokuto were swimming through, and then the jellyfish gondola breaking out of its tube? I guess you could fake that by making like a localized breakage. I don't know.
実際本物に見えてくれなきゃ困るのよ。 まさか本当にレミを水没させるなんて無茶なことはできないでしょ。
It has to look real. We can't really flood Lemu, can we?
みんなを危険な目に遭わせたくないし、あんな事故は一度で十分。二度とごめんだわ。
We don't want to put everyone in danger, and one accident was enough. I don't want a second. Huh? Okay, well, change for the remake, I guess. Like, well, they didn't necessarily nail down that the second accident was real in the original game, did they? And like, yeah, but like they did things that like they wouldn't do if they weren't trying to. Let me try to explain this. If they could fake it, they would. So, for example, in the original game in 2017, Lemu collapsed in 2 stages. The first stage just floods Ersteboden. Then there's a second stage that floods most of Zweite Stock and Dritte Stock. In 2034, it all floods all at once in one stage. And if you're paying attention, you can notice that difference and go, oh, this is different. Right? Well, if they were just trying to fake the original, in 2034 they're trying to fake the original 2017 incident, they would fake the 2 stages. You only think they would be reduced to 1 stage, either, well, maybe because they didn't remember, which doesn't make any sense because they have Sora in the original as well as like a videographic memory of everything that happened. Or they didn't really figure out how they could do that, right? So they did it all at once because that was just easier to recreate, which implies there's something that makes it easier or harder, which means there's something mechanical actually being done. So that's what it kind of implies to me that in the original game, no, the 2034 incident, that was like real. And the bad endings were actual death. Anyway. Well, I haven't actually like read the U bad ending yet, but the Sara bad ending in the remake was just the Sara good ending. It's just like they just don't finish it. It just cuts off and the credits roll. Anyway. I don't want to put everyone in danger, and 1 accident was enough. I don't want a second.
そうですね。
That's true. You realize you're also putting Blinkwinkle under Mirage. Is that possible? I mean, if he's fused with Hokuto, you put Hokuto under Mirage, it works, but the end he sort of deviates out. I guess Mirage does break down when that happens, I suppose. Maybe. I don't know. That's late enough in the game, like, you know, the jig's already up.
だけど一度あんたの演技を確認しておきたいのよね。ねえ、
I'd like to see your acting
今
once.
ちょっとやってみない？
How about a little performance now?
信用ないな。
Geez, you don't trust me at all. Kabaraki is me.
本番だとあの時とキャラ配置が違うからアドリブが大事になるわ。
During the real thing, the character placement will be different from back then, so ad-libbing will be crucial.
そのためにはどんなイレギュラーにも対応できるようにあいつの演技を完璧なものにしておかないといけないわ。
To prepare for any irregularities, we need to perfect your role as him.
このブリック・ビンケルプロジェクトってあんたの演技に全てかかっているって言っても過言じゃないんだから。
This Blinkwinkle project hinges entirely on your performance, you know.
分かってますよ。それくらい。
I understand that much.
僕は必ず演じてみせますよ。いや、演じきってみせる。
I will act it out perfectly. Really.
約束だから。
I promise.
それに、僕はあの時のことを2度も経験しているんだから。
Besides, I've experienced that moment twice already. He recalls what he witnessed roughly 5 months ago. May 1st, 2019. It happened during the test run of the space-time vibration device. He ended up, like...
ちょっとどうしたの？
Like, going back to 2017. Yeah, hey, what's going on?
想定異現象発動前にエキゾチック物質の第3プラークに異常発生。エルゴ領域 事象の地平線が溢れ出してきます。
There is an anomaly in the third plaque of the exotic matter before the phase transition phenomenon. The ergo region, the event horizon is spilling out.
急いでプラークを追加して。
Quick, add another plaque.
特異点リングが固定できません。膨張していきます。
The singularity ring can't be stabilized, it's expanding.
急速にバルクエネルギー値が下がってる。
Bulk energy value is dropping rapidly.
半ドジって空間が生まれるわ。空間が歪曲しちゃうじゃない。
Anti-disitter space is forming. The space is gonna work.
空間ごとどこかに飛ばされちゃう前に急いでブラックホールを消滅させなきゃ。
We need to destroy the black hole before we're flung somewhere in space.
ダメです。こちらからのコントロールを受け付けません。
Impossible. It's not responding to our controls.
なんですって。
What?
まずいわ。時空干渉波が漏れ出してる。
This is bad. Space-time interference waves are leaking out.
しょうがないな。
No choice then. Mother and Ryoga move towards the space-time vibration device.
カブラギ、今装置に近づくのは危ないわ。
Ryogo, it's dangerous to approach the device now.
あれを止めなきゃいけないんですよね。
We have to stop it, right?
緊急消滅ボタンは時空振動装置についているんだからしょうがないじゃないですか。
The emergency shutdown button is on the device itself, so what choice do I have?
だからってあんた。
But still, ignoring the warning, he waves lightly as a response.
まったく試運転だっていうのに先が思いやられるよ。
Jeez, this is just a test run too. Fantastic. He stands before the device, and
ポチッとな。
Pochito na. He presses the emergency shutdown button. In that moment, space-time slightly wavers. In that instance, his consciousness from 2019 leaps back to 2017. It's to his 2017 self. He had a latent psychic ability for mental resonance, though it had never manifested until now, as the consciousness resonance phenomenon occurs. May 1st, 2017. His consciousness feeds back, overlapping with the boy from the past day.
少年、もう少しだ。頑張れ。
Come on, boy, just a little more. Hang in there.
嫌だ。ここは嫌なんだ。ここにはいたくないんだ。
I don't want to be here. I don't want to stay here.
そうだ。だから行こうぜ。こんなところから脱出するんだ。
That's right. So let's go. Let's escape from this place. No, what I meant is I want to go back to the future.
ダメだよ。逃げられない。見えるんだ。もっと怖いことが起こるんだ。
It's no use. We can't escape. I can see it. Something scarier is going to happen.
なあ少年、俺だって怖い。逃げたいと思う。誰だってこんな状況になったらそう思うだろう。
Hey, boy, I'm scared too, and I want to run away. Anyone would feel like that in a situation like this.
だけど、だからこそ、どうせ同じ逃げるんだったら、うずくまっていないで、そんな気持ちから、怖いと思う気持ちから逃げちまえ。
But that's the thing. If you're going to have to run, don't just cower there. Let's run away from that feeling of fear together.
だから行こうぜ。
So come on, let's go. Okay. May 5th, 2017.
終わるのが嫌なんだ。
I don't want it to end.
僕は不安なんだ。だから終わるのが怖いんだ。一人が不安なんだ。
I feel so anxious. That's why I'm scared for it to end. I'm afraid of being alone.
ば
Yeah.
っか野郎何言ってんだ
Bakeru. Bakero? What are you saying?
不安なのはな、お前一人じゃないんだ。
You're not alone in feeling anxious. It's like, stop screaming. I'm scared too.
怖いのはな、お前一人じゃないんだよ。
You're not alone in feeling scared.
みんなだって不安な気持ちはある。俺だって不安だ。怖いと思う。
We all feel anxious here. I'm really anxious. I'm terrified.
だけど俺は信じてる。誰一人欠けることなく全員で助かるんだと。
But I believe that we'll all be saved together, every last one of us.
だからお前も信じろ。
So you need to believe too.
それは僕だって信じているよ。みんなが助かるって。
I believe that too, that everyone will be saved.
だから だから不安になるんだ。
That's why I feel anxious.
たとえ助かっても記憶の戻らない僕だけが一人ぼっちになるんだ。
Even if I'm saved, if my memories don't come back, I'll be the only one left alone.
だから不安なんだ。
That's why I'm anxious.
みんないなくなって僕一人ぼっちになるんだ。
Everyone will be gone and I'll be alone.
嫌だ。一人ぼっちは嫌だ。嫌だ。
I don't want that. I don't want to be alone. I don't want that.
あのな、少年よ。
Listen, boy.
俺たちは仲間だろ。
We are nakama, aren't we? Yeah.
だから、ここを脱出したってだ。それは変わらない。
Even if we escape from here, that won't change.
つぐみ、そら、ユニ、ココ、そして少年。みんな大切な仲間だ。
Tagumi, Sora, you, Coco, and Shonen. Everyone is an important companion of mine.
だから、俺たちの関係は、ここで終わるんじゃなく、ここから始まるんだよ。
So our relationship won't end here. This is where it starts. May 6, 2017.
違うんだ。僕じゃない。
It's not me, it's not me.
ユウ、少年はどうしたんだ？大丈夫なのか？
You, what's wrong with the boy? Is he okay?
何か記憶が戻りかけているんじゃないかしら。多分だけど。
He might be starting to remember something. Maybe.
とにかく、今は落ち着かせないとな。
Anyway, we need to calm him down for now.
大丈夫か、少年？
Are you okay, boy?
誰なの？たけしなの？
Who are you? Takeshi? Are you Takeshi?
たけしだ。たけし。
Oh, this was what that was supposed to be about. Okay, I get it now. He sees Takeshi again when he goes back in time from the future.
おい、
He's like, it's
どうしたんだ？
Takeshi.
一体。
Hey, what's wrong with you, boy?
少年、落ち着いたのか？
You feeling better now?
僕一体何を？
What exactly?
ボーイズラブに目覚めたとか？
Have you awakened to the magic of boys' love?
ってユウ、ふざけんな。こんな時に。
Oh, cut that crap, you.
ごめん、つい。
Sorry, just slipped out.
ボーイズラブって？
What is boys' love? Interesting that, like, they say it in English as opposed to in Japanese. Like, they don't say yaoi, they say boys' love.
ココは興味持たなくていいから。それで少年、一体急にどうしたんだ？
Don't worry about it, Coco. Anyway, boy, what happened?
急に自分が自分でないように感じて、あとはよく覚えていないけど。
Suddenly, I felt like I wasn't myself anymore. I don't remember much after that, but...
でもなぜだか知らないけど、急に感情が高まって嬉しくなって、熱いものが込み上げてきたんだ。
But for some reason, my emotions suddenly intensified.
泣いてるの？
I felt happy, and something warm welled up inside me. Am I crying? October 17th, 2029. So we're back to the break room? Okay. As flashback ends, the timeline of his perspective returns to the present.
カブラギ。
Kabaraki.
ユウ、
You.
あんたどうしたのよ。急に涙なんか流したりしてさ。
What's with you suddenly crying like that?
ちょっとね。どうも最近、涙腺が緩いみたいなんです。
Just I seem to cry more easily lately.
カブラギ。
Kabaraki?
さて、食後の休息もしたし、これから演技の練習でもやろうかな。
Well, now that we've had our post-meal rest, I should start my acting practice.
そら、ミラージュでのサポートお願いできる？
Sora, can you support me with Mirage?
わかりました。
Understood. So she's gonna give you like a mirage of you and Hokuto. I don't know how she would know what he would look. I guess he's like 10 or something. Or interesting.
そういえばミラージュって赤外線視力に対応しているんだっけ？
By the way, Mirage supports infrared vision, right?
確かつぐみの子供たち赤外線視力を持っているって碑文に書かれていたんだよな。
I read somewhere on the inscription, a very long one that is, that was a lot of information in it, that Tsugumi's children have infrared vision.
ミラージュは錯覚なので対応はできるはずです。でも実際どのように見えているのかデータが欲しいところですね。
Mirage can create illusions, but it should be able to handle it. So it should be able to handle it, but we need data on how it actually looks to them.
そのデータはもうすぐ手に入ると思うわよ。
We'll have that data soon from Lieblich because they're going to collect it, right?
近々ブリック・ビンケルプロジェクトの要をスカウトしに行ってくるから。
I'm going to draft the key player for the Blinkwinkle project shortly.
それってまさか
Hokuto, right?
そう、つぐみの子供で赤外線視力と第三視点を持った北斗ね。
Yes, Tsugumi's child who has infrared vision and the third perspective. Hokuto, ne? November 17th, 2029. 5 years prior, right? Or less than 5 years, actually, because it's past May. Officially, he had come here to research the third perspective. He lays on the bed with a device attached to his head.
はい、終わりました。それを取っても大丈夫ですよ。
Alright, we're done. You can take it off now.
それでどうですか？
So how is it?
はい、やはり北斗さんには第三視点があるようですね。
Well, it appears that you have the third perspective, Hokuto-san.
ココちゃんの研究データと一致している箇所がかなりありますから。
It matches a lot with Coco-chan's research data.
ココ？
Coco?
ココちゃんも第三視点。要は客観的観測者ブリック・ビンケルさんから干渉を受けていたらしいですから。
Why does Hokuto get to know about Coco? They'll let some very privileged information out. Like, there isn't any reason to believe Hokuto would be really that loyal to you, would you? Coco-chan also has a third perspective. In other words, she was influenced by the objective observer, Blinkwinkle.
ブリック・ビンケルさんから干渉？
Influenced by Blinkwinkle-san?
そう、そこが重要な点なの。
Yes, that's the important part. Man, they really let Hokuto in on a lot of this. Okay, so I guess when Hokuto gets his memories back after Blinkwinkle leaves him, then all this stuff they told him about Blinkwinkle beforehand comes back. Interesting. So they're gonna make it so like it's like he consented. Interesting. The woman who had been examining the data speaks up.
ブリック・ビンケルからの干渉をあなたが逆転させて、あなたの視点をブリック・ビンケルの視点にするのよ。
You reverse the influence from Blinkwinkle and shift your perspective to Blinkwinkle's.
要はあなたをより代にしてあなたにブリック・ビンケルを憑依させるってわけよ。
Basically, you'll act as a medium and let Blinkwinkle possess you.
憑依ですか？なんかやだな。怖そうだし。
Possession? That sounds scary.
言い方を変えればあなたに人間エミュレーターになってもらおうってわけよ。
Oh yeah, he's 11 now, isn't he? He's like a boy, little boy. Okay, think of it as becoming a human emulator.
規格違いのあっちをこっちに合わせてもらうってわけね。
We'll have their standards downgraded to ours through you. At least they agendered Blinkwinkle.
僕にそんなことができるんでしょうか？
Can I really do something like that?
大丈夫。遺伝的に優秀な脳構造をしているからね。
You sure can, thanks to your genetically superior brain structure. So you, where did you get those good genes from exactly? You?
でもエミュレーター処理でかなり脳を酷使するから慣れないうちはめまい頭痛が起きるかもね。
But you'll be straining your brain by acting as an emulator, so you might experience dizziness and headaches at first.
本当に僕にそんなことができるんでしょうか？なんか不安になってきましたよ。
Can I really handle this? I'm starting to feel anxious.
できるわよ。なんて言ったってあっちがあんたを名指しで指名したんだから。
You can, because you were specifically chosen by them being Blinkwinkle.
え？
What?
北斗残す海過ぎし時に通ずってね。
Hokuto remains in the sea, connected through time.
まあその辺のことは後でちゃんと説明してあげるわよ。
Well, I guess I'll explain that all to you later.
長い話になると思うけど。
Though it is a long story.
とはいえごめんなさいね。こちらの都合に あなたを巻き込むような形になってしまって。
Sorry for involving you in our situation like this.
いいんです。逆に感謝してるくらいですよ。あの地獄のような組織から引き抜いてくれたんですから。
It's okay. I'm actually grateful. You pulled me out of that hellish organization.
それにこのプロジェクトが成功したら妹も助けられるんですよね。
And if this project succeeds, I can save my sister, right?
だったら僕は喜んで協力しますよ。
If so, I'll gladly cooperate. Yeah, we're not gonna tell him it's gonna save his dad's life, are we? Yeah, he doesn't know all the details of what exactly is gonna happen.
ありがとう。必ず成功するわ。
Thank you, we'll definitely succeed.
でもよくあそこから僕を引き抜けましたね。
How'd you manage to pull me out of there?
あなたが怪我をしたのが良かったのもあるわ。
It helped that you were injured. They just exaggerated the injuries. Like, oh, he's injured, so, you know, he can't do that anymore. And it's like, well, but all he got was like a broken arm. Like, that heals up. Just ask, you know, Dave Chafee. Someone I can think of. They like it makes sense. That's actually a good one. Like when you heard that like he got pulled from the program because he got a broken arm, it kind of sounds lame, doesn't it? Well, now you know why.
それに私には意外と協力者は多いのよ。うちにも外にもね。それにどんな組織だって一枚岩でできているわけじゃないわ。
Plus, I have quite a few collaborators, both inside and outside. No organization is truly impenetrable.
まあ仕込みは大変だったけどね。いろいろと家庭を犠牲にしちゃったりしてね。
It was tough to set up, though. I had to sacrifice a lot, even my family.
多分本番では私の娘もこちらの都合に巻き込んじゃうんだけど。
I'll probably drag my daughter into this during the real thing. Well, wouldn't you have to? Probably.
何も知らされずにね。
She won't know a thing. Also, oddly, Tsugumi's not gonna know a thing. I still don't know why it's even necessary.
だからあなた本番の時にはできれば私の娘のことを気にかけてあげてね。
So please, during the real thing, take care of my daughter.
それはいいですけど、そんな幼い子も巻き込むんですか？
That's fine, but are you really going to involve such a young child? Well, she'll be 16.
幼い子？違うわよ。あなたより2歳は年上なんだから。
What, a young child? Actually, she's 2 years older than you.
そうなんですか？すみません。僕てっきりあなたがずいぶんお若く見えたから。
Really? I'm sorry, you look so young. Yeah, he profiled you a certain age, so he profiled her daughter's age by extension.
お若く？そっちの説明もまだしてなかったわよね。
I look young? I haven't explained that either.
でも娘のことはよろしくね。
But anyway, please take care of my daughter.
私の娘田中優美生秋かな。
My daughter Yubei Seaki Kana Tanaka.
私にそっくりで美人な娘よ。
She is as beautiful as I am, but won't stay as beautiful as long. She winks at Hokuto. Well, okay, she shipped them already. Which makes sense because kind of like maybe Ryogo, there was kind of a ship there. So like if she was trying to replicate the situation, she'd have to make a ship there. Huh? April 30th, 2034. I mean, this is an 11-year-old kid, so like I don't know how much makes sense, but okay.
はあ、本当にそれでいいんですか？
Oh, this is where Sarah's gonna get tasked with this. Okay. They're gonna like falsely task Sarah. So this is the day before, right? Is that really okay?
相手はライプリヒにあだなすテロリストなんじゃないんですか？
Aren't we dealing with a terrorist that opposes Leiblich? Correct. Inside Himmel, Sara is having a meeting with you about capturing Tsugumi.
何？文句あるの？このミッションのコマンドリーダーは私よ、私。
What, is there a complaint? I'm the command leader for this mission. Me.
でもしばらく様子を見るだけってこちらから決して動くなって。
But just observing for a while, not making any moves?
それってチャンスがあっても動くなってことですよね。
That means even if I do get a chance, I can't take it, right? It would completely like ruin the whole replicating of 2017 situation if Sara actually made a move on Tsugumi early. But like, I wonder like it's such a like throwing her to the wolves thing because Tsugumi is basically invincible. So that would be funny if they would actually fight. The Par is apparently really good at fighting. Tsugumi, maybe not so much, although she's kind of a tank. Right, she does a little bit of it. Mostly it's crude, punching really hard. Call it like an Eddie Hall style thing. It would be funny. Anyway, but yeah, it doesn't happen, of course. That means even if I do get a chance, I can't take it, right?
そうよ。さらに、事前にターゲットを発見しても、見て見ぬふりをしてちょうだいね。
That's right, even if you spot the target in advance. Just pretend you didn't see them. And in advance of what? In advance of the day you can act, which is on the 6th or the 7th? She doesn't pretend she doesn't see Tsugumi. Like, at all. Like, she actually confronts her specifically on the 3rd.
こちらの監視モニターで、逐次ターゲットは捕捉できるから。
We can track the target continuously with our surveillance monitors.
それじゃあ定時連絡は？
What about the regular reports?
別に必要はないんだけど。
They're actually not really necessary.
はあ。
What? Noticing her astonished gaze, you hurriedly amends her statement.
わかったわ。朝昼晩の食事の後ぐらいってのはどうかしら。
Yeah, he was trying to like parlay, trying to like shoehorn Sara's directives from higher up into her thing. All right, how about after each meal, morning, noon, and evening?
わかりました。
Understood.
その時必要なものがあれば言ってちょうだい。できる限りバックアップするから。
And if you need anything at those times, let me know. I'll back you up as much as possible. Wait, so does Sara like randomly disappear after each meal? Do I have to like go back and reread that and see if that happens? It's always like, you never follow her after a meal?
はい。
Okay. She looks at her with a puzzled expression. It's like, such a bad boss.
あら、どうしたの？言いたいことがあればどんどん言ってちょうだいね。
What's the matter? If you have something to say, feel free to speak up.
なんて言ったって今回のミッションは大変重要だから。私たちの運命にも関わるミッションだから。
After all, this mission is extremely important. Our fate is on the line. But don't capture her. It's important though. Really important. Just wait till the 6th.
いえ、違うんです。
No, it's not that.
コマンドリーダーと話をしているうちになぜかデジャブを感じてしまって。
Well, speaking with you, Command Leader, I somehow felt a sense of déjà vu.
デジャブ？なるほどね。
Déjà vu, which when you say it in Japanese sounds kind of like daijobu. I see.
失礼しました。
Excuse me.
いいのよ別に。でも、そうか。
It's fine, really, but I get it.
それじゃあ、今日はここで解散としましょうか。作戦決行は明日だから、それまで自由にしてていいわよ。
Well then, let's adjourn for today. The operation starts tomorrow, so you're free until then.
支給したそのパスなら、全施設のアトラクションに乗り放題だから、楽しんでいるといいわ。
With the pass you were given, you can enjoy all the attractions in the facility. So she gets the black pass.
わかりました。それでは失礼します。
Understood, excuse me then. Sara gives a light salute and leaves the
どこ
room.
にも自由なんてないわ。
There's no freedom anywhere. She mutters to herself as she walks away. After that, she doesn't head to any attractions but sits on a bench near the gate. She watches absentmindedly the stream of people passing by. Couples and families with children. To her, those who pass seem like the farthest scenery. She casually takes a pendant out of her pocket and opens it. How does she feel as she looks at it? A small murmur escapes her lips. Daddy. May 1st, 2034. 12:17 p.m. Yep.
お父さんの手がかりを求めて私はここに来た。お母さんが働いているこのレミューに。
I thought maybe I could find some clues about my father in Lemieux where my mother was working. Yeah, so we don't really see what Yu's doing at this time in the main game because she's talking to... We're on Takeshi's perspective and we're talking to Yuharu. And I don't know. Yu does talk to Yuaki. The kid does talk to Yuaki though, doesn't he? And Yuaki's all concerned about him. Doesn't go on a date though, because this is not the original game, it's the remake, but he's all concerned.
お母さんはお父さんのこと心配じゃないのかな。
I wonder if mom is
何
worried
も教え
about...
てくれないし。
I wonder if mom is worried about dad. She won't tell me anything.
分かっているのはお父さんがここで働いていたこと、そして行方不明になったのと同じ時期ここで大きな事故が起きていたこと。
All I know is that dad worked here and he went missing around the time a big accident occurred here.
で、何独り言言ってんだ私。
What am I doing talking to myself? You're telling Blinkwinkle the story is what you're doing. She continued her work as she says everything she thinks out loud. She's a rescue staff member. Her job is to approach people who seem unwell and provide necessary assistance. Kind of like uninvited though, which makes it weird. Hey, you look sick. Well, something my EMT instructor did tell me though. Sick people look sick. Anyway, she would quickly approach those who appeared to be feeling sick and cheerfully ask,
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫ですか?
はい、そうですか。
Hi, so ですか?
それではどこか具合が悪いと思ったらすぐに声をかけてくださいね。
If you start to feel unwell, please let me know immediately. Kinda weird. Parting with someone who had eaten just a bit too much, she muttered it to herself again.
はあ。だけどこんなことしててお父さんの消息をつかむチャンスがあるのかな。
Can I really find any clues about my dad doing this kind of work?
って弱気はダメよ。チャンスは必ずあるはずよ。
Wait a minute, I can't be weak. There must be a chance.
お母さんも言っていたじゃない。
Mom always said that too.
信じて願えば叶い現実になるって。
If you believe in something, wish for and it'll come true.
よし頑張るぞ。
Alright, I'll do my best. Clenching her fists, she motivates herself. At that moment, a mascot passes in front of her.
あの着ぐるみあれって確かミュウミュン。
Hey, isn't that Mew Mew? Does she know the staff member that's like actually supposed to be in the Mew Mew? Okay, May 1st, 2034, 12:34 p.m.
キツネザルの着ぐるみを着て私はここに戻ってきた。
Dressed in a Lemur costume, I come back here.
私から大事な人を奪った場所に。
To the place where they took away someone important to me.
でも今度はなくさない。取り戻してみせる。
But this time I won't lose them. I'll get them back.
必ず取り戻してみせる。あの子たちを。
I will definitely get my kids back.
先日入った連絡。
The message I received the other day.
何者かが私の携帯にかけてきた連絡。
Someone called my phone. Just then, my perspective shifts slightly to the past. April 28th, 2034. 1 p.m.
小町つぐみだな。
Komachi Tsugumi Dana.
誰？
Dare, which is who.
お前の子供たちに会わせてやろ
I can reunite you with your children.
子供たち？子供たちって？
My children,
う。それには条件がある。
but there's a condition.
必ず5月1日昼までにレミューに来い。
Come
そう
to,
すれば合わせる。
come to Lamu by noon on May 1st and you will see them.
5月1日。海中のレミューって、ちょっと、あなたは。
May 1st, undersea Lamu. Notice he didn't actually say undersea Lamu, he just said Lamu. This is kind of like this is kind of like a nor should you touch it lest you die sort of moment. Wait, who are you?
終わりました。
Feel it's done.
どう？ 17年ぶりの彼女は元気そうだった？
So, how does she sound after 17 years?
こんな脅迫みたいな電話をかけて、そんなことなんかわかりませんよ。
There's no way I could tell. It sounded like I was making a threat.
それもそうね。
That is true.
でもつぐみさんにはプロジェクトのこと伝えておいた方が良かったんじゃないでしょうか。
Sora's gonna try to ask the question every reader is having right now. But wouldn't it have been better to inform Tsugumi about the project?
確かに私もそのことは考えていたんだけど、碑文にはそのことが記されていなかったから。
And Yu's answer is, I did consider that, but the inscription didn't mention it.
果たしてつぐみに計画を伝えた方がいいのか悪いのか。
I wasn't sure if it was better to tell her about the plan or not.
それで考えているうちに今日まで来ちゃったってわけよ。
So I ended up just getting to today without deciding.
それで結局脅迫電話ですか？
Yeah, basically I did it this way because that's what Blinkwinkle said to do. Because that's the way he saw it happen. Because that's the way he said to do it. Because that's the way he saw it happen. And you ended up making a threatening call?
でもこれで条件は揃うわ。
Yes, but now all the conditions are set.
まったくあなたという人は。
Honestly, you are just...
だってしょうがないでしょ。
I can't help it.
つぐみはライプリヒに敵対してるし、ライプリヒからもキュレイキャリアサンプルとして常に狙われている。
Tsugumi opposes Livelik, and they are constantly targeting her as a carrier sample.
こっちは表向きとはいえ、つぐみにとっては憎むべきライプリヒ側の人間じゃない？
Officially, we are on Livelik's side, her enemy.
だから計画を話しても、つぐみが信じてくれない可能性があるわ。
So if we told her about the plan, there's a chance she wouldn't believe us. I don't really know about that, because you're actually her old friend, but whatever. They're trying to shoehorn this.
そうなったら、決行日につぐみが揃わなくなり、計画そのものがおじゃんよ。
If that happens, she might not be here on the day of the operation, and the plan would be ruined. So how is the threat better?
私たちはこの計画に全てをかけてきた。
I mean...
今までの苦労を水の泡にするわけにはいかないのよ。
She has to believe you in that way, too. I mean... we've invested everything in this plan. We can't let our efforts go to waste.
だけどよくつぐみの携帯番号が手に入りましたね。
But how did you get Tsugumi's phone number? Oh, Sora did that somehow, because Sora knows how to do everything.
私には協力者は多いのよ。うちにも外にもね。
I have my allies both inside and outside.
だからつぐみをかくまってる元ライプリヒの研究員とかにもね。
So I even have access to the former Livelik researchers who are hiding Tsugumi. My perspective shifts back to the present.
これが私を捕らえるための罠なのは明確だ。
It is clear that this is a trap to capture me.
だけど今度はなくさない。取り戻してみせる。
But this time,
奪い返してみせる。
I won't lose them. I'll take them back. Definitely.
子供たちを。私とあの人の。
My children. His and my children.
私とたけしの。
Mine and Takeshi's. Her determination resonates deeply within me, who is just supposed to be an observer. Perspective? Me? That's right, I have to go. To help them. May 1st, 2034. 12:36 p.m. Takeshi, wait for me. Coco, I'm almost there. To save you, to meet you. For me to be born. May 1st, 2034, 12:43 p.m. We're gonna be the kid now. Oh.
ここまで来るのは長かったな。ずいぶん年を食っちまったもんな。見かけはあんまり変わっていないけど。
It took a long time to get here. I've aged quite a bit, though I don't look much different.
それなら私はずいぶん変わってしまいましたよ。
Though I've changed a lot. Your hair turned from blonde to like reddish brown. Were your eyes even that color? Though I've changed a lot.
はいはい。無駄口は全てが終わってからよ。今日この日のために1週間後。
Alright, save the chit chat for after everything is over in 1 week.
2017年に始まった17年前の事故から全員で脱出するために。
We will escape together from the disaster that happened 17 years ago in 2017.
違うわね。みんなの笑顔を見るために私たちは頑張ってきた。
But that's not it. We've been working hard to see everyone smile.
あの時のあいつのようにね。
Just like he did back then.
たけしのように。
Like Takeshi.
倉成さんのように。
Like Kuranari-san.
それじゃあみんな配置について。
Alright, everyone, take your positions. What does Sora do? Like, does she actually, like... She's not physical in 2034, because... The kid, like, we've observed Takeshi acting, Ryoko acting like Takeshi in 2034, throw a soda through her, right? I don't know, so I don't know what the old Sora's position is. Ryogo would go, kick Tsugumi. No, get punched by Tsugumi first. I don't know. Approach Tsugumi wearing Takeshi's clothes. We'll see how she responds to that. She's who he has to go to first, right? And then you just kind of hangs out here. May 1st, 2034. 12:59 p.m.
疑似事故発生18分前。北斗さん、冠城さん、指定位置に到着しました。
18 minutes until the simulated accident. Hokuto-san and Ryogo-san have reached their designated positions. Okay, so Hokuto is sitting in the park, waiting for somebody.
こっちもさらに17分後にエレベーターに乗るように指示を出したわ。
I've instructed Sara to get in the elevator in 17 minutes. So she gets stuck in there, of course. Is that Mirage, or is that like they like pulling the strings and they artificially stick the elevator?
原子核ビーム、高速の 99% を超えました。
Nuclear beam exceeding 99% the speed of light.
原子核ビーム衝突。人工ブラックホール作成。
Nuclear beam collision creating an artificial black hole.
人工ブラックホールの形成確認。
Confirmed formation of artificial black hole.
人工ブラックホール高速回転。アイドリング状態へ。
Artificial black hole in high speed rotation. Entering idling state.
アイドリング開始し、得意点のストリング化確認。
Idling started. Confirmed singularity string formation.
それじゃあソラ、カウントダウンを開始して。
Alright, Sora, begin the countdown. Sora looks at the clock and speaks.
了解。17、16、15、14。
Understood. 17, Juroku, Jugo, Juyon.
5、4、3、2、1。
Go, Yon, San, Ni, each.
これよりブリックビンケル召喚作戦開始。
Operation Blinkwinkle commencing.
次元振動装置起動します。
Activating dimension vibration device.
ポチッとな。
Pochito na. Across space-time, an unseen wave is released. That wave reaches someone. To someone before I become myself. Someone feels something in this world among the many worlds. So I choose this world. And then I see the world before my eyes. Everything lies ahead of us. Okay, so this makes some suggestion that the device is necessary. Okay. Everything lies within the encounters of the farewells. For the promises to be made. For the wishes to be fulfilled. For the time I meet you. For you to find me. For me to be born. And then I become myself. And then I become we. I guess this is like Sore Kara. The moment arrives. The moment I meet her. This moment arrives. Her smile spreads before my eyes. Her eyes meet mine. A momentary intersection. Whoops. An eternal intersection. So I was probably talking about Coco here, but it'd be funny if they plot twisted it to someone like different. Like, in that moment, I fall in love. The recognition within me changes. Yes, the world changes. Perspective changes. And then, the world is born. Perspective is born. Therefore, the world continues. Parallel world and epilogue after that. Number 1, Yuaki's world. The year 2034 in another world.
プランク時間、絶対時間に戻ります。
Returning to plank time, absolute time.
スーパーポジション維持できません。
We can't maintain superposition.
これまでのようね。
It seems like this is it.
それじゃあ状況終了。空、時空振動装置が完全に停止したかチェックして。
So this is like behind the scenes of the U ending. Okay. Alright, let's end operation. Sora, check if the space-time vibration device is completely stopped.
カブラギ、レミューの状態を確認して。さっきのトラブルで何かが吹っ飛んだかもしれないから。
Ryogo, check on the move's condition, would you? Something might have blown up during that trouble.
了解です。
Understood.
了解。
You got it. Hokuto's there is like, okay. Just then, Hokuto staggers.
大丈夫？
Are you okay? Supported by Aki, Hokuto looks around. Then he directs his gaze towards Yuharu.
終わったんですか？
Is it over?
どうやらそのようね。
It seems so.
で、彼は現れたんですか？
And did he appear?
この因果率では彼、完全には目覚めなかったみたいね。
In a causal relationship like this, it seems he didn't fully awaken.
でもこっちじゃなく、別のどこかで完全発現が起こったはずよ。こっちじゃないのはちょっと悔しいけど、まあ、結果オーライね。
But somewhere else, the full manifestation must have happened. It's a bit frustrating that it wasn't here, but well, things will be fine.
すみません。私がもっとちゃんと時空振動装置を制御できていたら。
Wait a second. So in the Sara ending, that means Hokuto has to suddenly come out of it and remember everything and... Continue. I'm sorry, if only I had controlled the space-time vibration device better.
あれは空のせいじゃないよ。サラがコードを書き換えた時のトラブルなんだから。
That wasn't your fault, Sora. It was caused by Sara rewriting the code. Well... Didn't she rewrite the code of the other Sora?
起動試験中の事故を考慮して時空振動装置の制御を全て空に任せていたからね。
We left control of the space-time vibration device entirely to you, Sora, considering the possibility of an accident during the activation test. I guess the Soras are connected?
結局似たような状況になっちゃったけど。
In the end, it resulted in a similar situation.
でも大きな花火になったんじゃないかしら。彼が気づくようなね。
But didn't it make a big enough firework for him to notice?
だからこれも彼の予定のうちなのかもしれないわ。
So maybe this was part of his plan after all.
でも完全に空間転移してましたよ。よく無事に戻れたもんです。
But there was a complete spatial transfer. It's remarkable we returned safely.
それは本来の彼の力が干渉したのかもしれないわね。
That might be due to his true power intervening.
この因果率では彼完全には目覚めなかったんじゃ。
In this causal relationship, he didn't fully awaken, did he?
完全にはね。でもちょっとは目覚めたかもよ。北斗とシンクロした状態でね。
Not completely, but maybe he woke up a bit while he was in sync with Hokuto.
一体何の話なのよ。
What the hell are you talking about? After that, Yuharu confesses everything to Yuaki, the full extent of the Blinkwinkle project, and also that she intentionally made sure her daughter would find the first line of the password. It was a setup to lead Yuaki to Lemu, but at the same time it might have been a small act of repentance for involving her clueless daughter. Therefore, she gave Sara her ID card to deliver to her daughter. In the end, in this world, the complete manifestation of Blinkwinkle failed. But regardless, there was a Lemurian inscription in the world too, and since I observed Coco and Takeshi in cold sleep in another world, there shouldn't be an issue.
なるほどね。ということは、あんたもグルだったわけね。
I get it now. So you were in on it too, Hokuto. Yeah, even if you fail, you can still rescue Takeshi afterwards. It doesn't even matter if you succeed. It's another timeline where you do it better. You, Aki, having learned the truth, confronts Hokuto.
あ、いや、あの時の僕は僕だけど僕じゃなくて言いますか。
Yeah, so the motivation problem. It's like, why even bother doing it? In another timeline, you will decide to do it. Why bother in this one? Well, I was me, but also not me in that time, as you see.
それで
So, Yoaki cracks her fingers as she approaches Hokuto.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. Hokuto closes his eyes and shields his head. Yoaki lets out a big sigh.
まあいっか。お母さんがあんなに嬉しそうな顔をしているんだしね。
Oh well, as long as Mom's happy.
さあ、とりあえずこっちのノルマは終わったし、早速あの寝ぼすけども起こしに行くわよ。
Okay, we finished our task here, so let's go wake up the sleepers.
カブラギ、あれの準備よろしく。
Rogo, could you get that ready?
了解。
Roger.
あ、そうだ。つぐみ、サラたちも呼ばなくちゃ。
Alright, we need to call Sara and Tsugumi too. Parallel world and epilogue after that. Number 2, Sara's world. Okay, yeah, okay. The year 2034, another world.
さあ、行こう、サラ。
Let's go, Sara.
お兄ちゃん。
Okay, Oni-chan.
僕らは自由になるんだ。
We're going to be free. And then, like, Hokuto suddenly is like, oh, I remember everything now, because... Oh.
自由に。
Free.
そう、自由に。
Oh, that's right, free. Yeah.
ね、このまま見送る気？
So, you're just gonna let them go like this? Oh, that's not a good idea. Do it, okay.
伝えなくていいの？
Are you not gonna tell them?
一度見捨てたあの子たちにどんな顔で会えばいいのかわからないわ。
I don't know what face I should show them after abandoning them.
私はいいけど、あのバカが起きて事情を知ったらなんて言うかしら。
Well, I don't mind, but what will that idiot say when he wakes up and learns about this? That they just kind of vanished?
ま、想像がつくけどね。
I can imagine.
やれやれ、やっと潜水艇の準備ができたぜ。
Finally, the submarine is ready.
カブラギ、ご苦労様。
Kaburaki, thank you for your hard work.
まったく、 あんたたちがドンパチやらなきゃもっと早くことは済んだって言うのに。
Seriously, if you guys hadn't made such a ruckus, it would have been done much sooner.
幸い下の eBayF には問題ないようだけど。は
Luckily, it seems like IBF is unaffected.
あ、レミューの水没、上になんて報告しよう。
Huh? Are they just trying to be like, I don't know what's going on with this writing. It was all supposed to be Mirage, but for some reason in the Sara route, we had to sink Lemieux anyway, because the plot wouldn't make sense otherwise. I guess Sara shoots up the maintenance room and it sinks Lemieux or something. Lemieux's gone and sunk. How do I report this to the higher-ups? Yuharu acts as if dejected.
悪かったわね。
My bad.
ま、それはともかく上の方は今頃大騒ぎだろうから報告の必要はないんだけどね。
Well, anyway, I bet everyone up on the surface is panicking right now, so there's no need to report it. Yuharu sticks out her tongue playfully.
だけど、なんで私に計画のことを前もって話してくれなかったのよ。
Seriously, why didn't you tell me about the plan beforehand? Tsugumi pouts.
はいはい、文句はシナリオを書いたブリック・ビンケルに直接言ってね。
Alright, direct your complaints to Blinkwinkle, the one who wrote the scenario.
ブリック・ビンケルのシナリオにはつぐみに計画を話せとは全然書いてなかったから。
There was nothing in Blinkwinkle's scenario about telling you the plan, Tsugumi.
まったく、誰にこの怒りをぶつければいいのかしら。
Honestly, who should I vent my anger at?
だいたいブリック・ビンケルって何者なのよ。
Just who is Blinkwinkle?
私たちから見て高次元の生命体かしら。
And like Hokuto and Sara are just like sitting there like hiding behind a bush listening to this. It's like, what? From our perspective, I suppose he's a higher dimensional being.
ひょっとしたら高次元でのエネルギーの流れを制御するプログラムや法則のような数式で表されるような現象だったのかもね。
Perhaps in a higher dimension, he's something that can be represented by formulas to control the flow of energy.
電子は波と粒子の両方の性質を備えているけど、
Electrons have both wave and particle properties.
粒子として観測すると波としての性質が失われる。
When observed as a particle, they lose their properties as waves.
彼の場合も同じように誰かに観測され性質が変わりブリック・ビンケルと呼べるものが生まれたんじゃないかしら。
Similarly, when someone observes them, his properties change and something called Blinkwinkle is born.
そう考えると私たちも本来の彼から見たら多数の世界にまたがる波の一つに見えるのかもしれないわね。
Thinking about it that way, we might appear as one of many waves spanning multiple worlds from his perspective.
彼に観測されたから一つの世界の一人の人間になったのかもねって考えるのは古代妄想のよだ話だけど。
Because he observed us, we became individual humans in one world, but this is just grandiose speculation.
要は誰かに恋をした時性格を含めて物の見方感じ方が変わるでしょ。そんなものよ。
Basically, when you fall in love, your perspective and feelings change, right? It's like that.
何なのよそれ。
What's that supposed to mean?
思いついたことってすぐに誰かに話したくなるじゃない？
You know, when you suddenly remember something or think of something, you immediately want to tell someone, right? No.
だから？
Yeah, so.
いやー、すっきりした。
That feels good to say.
はいはい。
Whatever.
さて、それじゃあつぐみ、そろそろあいつの寝顔を見に行くわよ。
Okay, Tsugumi, let's go see how that sleepyhead is doing. Yuharu takes out an old pin from her pocket.
それじゃあソラ、北斗の記憶はもうすぐ戻ると思うけど、それまでサラたちを見守っててね。
Oh, is that the pin that was to be capped? Okay. Well then, it probably doesn't have any ink anymore. Well then, Sora, unless it's a replaceable ink thing, which exists. Well then, Sora, Hokuto's memories will soon return. But until then, keep an eye on Sora and the others.
了解です。
Understood. Parallel world and end after that. Number 3, Sora's world. Huh? The year 2017, another world. The room starts to flood. An invading seawater rapidly flows inside. Even in this dire situation, strangely, my heart is calm.
そら、怖くないか。
I think some of these wouldn't make any sense if you didn't see the after credit scenes, would you? Like the sorrow one would not make sense if you didn't see her after credit scene, which suggests that maybe the extra credit scenes always occur in the remake. Anyway, Sora, aren't you scared?
大丈夫です。倉成さんと一緒ですから。
I'm alright because I'm with you, Takeshi-san. Saying that, I gently offer my hand. Takeshi-san takes it, and our hands overlap, just like they did when we faced each other through the glass
不思議
window.
ですね。こうしていると、倉成さんのすべてを感じます。
It's so mysterious. When I do this, I can feel your entire being, Takeshi-san.
俺もだ。
Me too, Sora.
倉成さん、
Kuranari-san.
ありがとう。
Arigato.
私は幸せです。
I'm so happy.
空。
Sora. Our intertwined hands expand to embrace each other's hearts. Our hearts are in the brain world where only we exist. I feel everything about Kuranari-san. The warmth of his hands, the softness of his skin, his scent, his breath, his pulse. And, zoot. 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 Well, that's it. Oh, where am I? Suddenly I'm restarted. Before I know it, I'm in a different place. That's right, Takeshi-san. Wait a second. Didn't, in the Sora ending, Sora tell Takeshi that Tsugumi's already went up on the sub? We shouldn't even know who it was. Someone already went up on the sub. So the backup Takeshi would have made wouldn't have been deliverable to the sub. So this would have to be a backup that was made before that maybe like someone like Yoiki made or something. I don't know. I'm trying calling his name, but the words won't come out.
ピピ、気づいたのね。
Pee-pee, you're awake? I look up to see Komachi-san standing there. Oh, this is a Sora ending, so... But this is different than the original. If this is just the original, it'd be like... You! Pee-pee. Did Komachi-san call me Pee-pee? I hear Pee-pee's voice inside me. Pee-pee's inside me. Huh, I'm inside Pee-pee. Just so I understand everything. I've been backed up into LMQSS17. This is how the stream of consciousness works when you're backed up. It somehow jumps to the backup. PP is LMQSS17.
それじゃあ、私は逃げるわね。
Well then, I have to go. Komachi-san.
彼らには捕まるわけにはいかないから。
I can't let them capture me. And it takes her a while to reprogram PP, right? So he can speak. So PP can't really speak yet.
ピピ、あなたは大切な人のところへお帰りね。
PP, you should go back to your special someone who's dead. Tsugumi-san leaves.
あなたは大切な人のところへお帰りね。
Well, probably in the original is Komachi-san leaves, right? Go back to the person who's important to you. The person important to me? That's right, that person was my original body, LMQS16. No, Takeshi-san, or Kuranari-san, or whatever. He did that to save me. Kuranari-san. Help him, someone help Kuranari-san. Help the person important to me. That moment the light shines upon me. It's a warm light. Instantly my perspective moves there. It's a world of deep blue. I see the lifeless body of a man lying on the seabed. The man doesn't move like a doll. Kuranari-san?
倉成さん、死んじゃ嫌です。
Don't die.
死なないで、倉成さん。
Please don't die, Kuranari-san.
私を置いていかないで、倉成さん。
Don't leave me, Kuranari-san.
生きて。
Live. Just then Takeshi-san to Kuranari-san opens his eyes. Oh, this is so stupid.
俺は一体。
What's going on?
倉成さん、大丈夫ですか、倉成さん。
Yeah, it's Kuranari-san. Are you okay, Kuranari-san?
そうだ。空のバックアップを済ませて、それから俺は押し寄せる海水に飲まれて。
Right, I finished backing Sora up, and then I was swallowed by the surging seawater.
倉成
Kuranari-san.
だけどなぜ俺は
But why am I alive?
大丈夫ですか？
Are you alright?
空かそうかだから俺は
Sora, I see, that's why.
大丈夫ですか？クラナリさん。
Are you okay, Kuranari-san?
ああ大丈夫だ
Yeah, I'm okay.
男ってのはな可愛い女の子の応援があれば大抵のことはできるって言っただろ
Didn't I tell you guys can do pretty much anything with a cute girl cheering for them?
はい。
Yes. Then Takeshi raises himself from the seabed and heads for IBF. Encouraged by Sora's voice. This is so dumb. I don't know. Time starts to move. Towards that moment, that place, that instant. Parallel world and bad end after that. 04. The end of the world. I watched. The world that has ended. I wanted to help them. The world I watched is Takeshi as the boy. It's serendipity. While searching for treasure, I found another treasure. The world I saw, everything was my treasure. Light gathers around me. It's something born with me at that moment, in that place, at that instant. Something created by their wishes. When perception changes, the world changes. So, parallel world and bad end after that. 05, the end of the world, Sara. Year 2034, another world. Then the gondola that had stopped descending. Eternal silence spreads. In that silence, we only feel each other's warmth. And the eternal silence ripples spread in my heart.
だからこれでいいの。これでよかったの。
So I'm happy with this. This is what I want. I can still hear Sara's sad voice. Is she happy with this? Is this what she wants? Hey, Sara. Instead of saying that, I gently pat Sara's head. The truth is, we want to live together forever, don't we? You've been trapped in a world of darkness. That's why you'd like to see a bright, expansive world? Hey, Sara, that's really how you feel, isn't it? I wish that Sara can live freely in a world full of light. I wish to protect the warm presence that I feel. I wish to protect Sara. At that moment, a light shines upon me. It's a warm light. We sway. Just then, it feels like the floor trembles. What was that?
お兄ちゃん、震度計が。
Oni-chan, look, the depth gauge.
震度計
The depth gauge? I peer into it. Why would this thing have a depth gauge? It's supposed to be confined to a tube. Current depth, 62 meters. Current depth, 61 meters. Are we moving? Slowly but surely, we're definitely moving. We are rising.
お兄ちゃん、上を見て。
Oni-chan, look up. It's probably a crane, isn't it? I look up. In the distance, I see a gentle light shining through. There, floating on the surface of the sea, is a faint moon. As we hold each other, we continue to gaze at the light. Sara's hand grips mine firmly. I squeeze her hand back. We smile at each other and then look up. Come on, Sara, let's go. Parallel world and bad end after that. What is parallel world and bad end after that? N doesn't come before something that starts with the consonant sound. The end of the world, Yuaki. So basically, like, the Sara bad ending just turns into the Sara good ending. There's no difference. Okay, whatever. Year 2034, another world. Why even bother? Like, you have to read the Sara good ending to even get this. So, like, why would we need to rewrite the bad ending just in case you got the bad ending? Yu melts into the light and disappears. I vanish as well. I have not read this ending, by the way. In the final moments of my fading consciousness, something faintly flickers. In the sparkle of memory, it's the sparkle of memory, the undeniable radiance that you and I share. No, I don't want it to disappear. No, I won't let it disappear. I think I'd let that happen. At that moment, a light shines on me. It's a warm light. I see you for an instant. I won't lose sight of her anymore. I won't ever lose sight of her again.
Yeah!
少年。
We both reach out for each other. We will reach. Definitely, absolutely. Then our fingers touch, our hands clasp together. A smile spreads across our faces. I won't let go. I will never let go of Yu's hand.
戻ろう。みんなのところへ。
Let's go back to where everyone is. Yeah. And then we pull each other closer. Yu's face is right in front of me. You.
少年
Yu relaxes and leans into me. Our faces get closer, and eventually, our lips touch. Just then, light is born and bursts forth. Parallel world N. Bad ending after that. 07, the end of the world Yuharu. Oh, I thought this was the first one of these. Okay. The year 2017 in another world.
あとクラナリ知ってる
And hey, know this too, Kurinari.
クラナリは私のことなんか
You may have...
思ってなかっただろうけどさあ
You may have not thought anything of me, but... Her voice is faint and raspy. She sheds a single tear.
本当はね私クラナリのこと好きだったんだよ
Actually, I really fell for you, Kurinari. It might be a more literal translation to say it, just I really like you, Kurinari.
きれいした
Oh, that feels good to say. After that, she says nothing
You.
else.
嘘だろ。ユ
No way, you.
な、返事してくれよ。
Hey, come on, talk to me.
嘘なんだろ。
No, no, please.
いやー
Uchikoshi scream.
ちくしょー
More Uchikoshi screaming. Of course, IBF does not actually get destroyed, right? Just then the raging currents engulf everything. Everything. Except it does, I guess. It does in that ending for some reason. And I sink to the depths of the dark abyss. The darkness that envelops my consciousness. I regret, because in the end I couldn't save anyone. What did I really want to do? What I wanted to do was, I wanted to see everyone's smiles. That's what I wanted to see. Only that. At that moment a light shines upon me. A warm light floods the world. Huh? You? Her eyelids flutter slightly. Then Yu's eyes, which should be forever closed, slowly open.
あれクラナリ
Huh? Takeshi?
ユウ
You? Not understanding what's happening, we just stare at each other.
クラナリこの音は
Korinari, this sound.
まさか
Could it be? We rush over to the chamber. Looking inside, we see the boy's vital signs have returned.
嘘まさかさっき止まったはずなのになぜ
No way, his vital signs have stopped. Why is this happening?
なぜだかわからないけど、とにかく良かったじゃないか。
I don't know why, but this is great news, isn't it?
そうねそうよねよかったわ
Yes, yes, it's wonderful. Tears well up in Yu's eyes. Just then, the medical room door opens and Tsugumi comes rushing in.
一体何がどうなってるわけ
What on earth is happening?
確かに施設は崩壊して水が溢れてきたはずよなのになぜ
I know
何が起こったの
I know for a fact the facility was collapsing and filling with water. What on earth happened? You and I exchanged glances. We don't know what's going on either. We just hesitate to call it a miracle. Well, that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, that's just how it is. It doesn't actually get destroyed. And then, after realizing that Tsugumi is not infected with Tief Blau, we convince her to donate her antibodies, which are then administered to ourselves. Just then, please respond. IBF Area 4, please respond. This is the HQ of the Japan Coast Guard Special Rescue Team. There's a message from the surface. We learned that a rescue team will come in an hour. Yay.
これで助かるぞ。みんな助かるんだ。
We're saved. We're all saved.
悪いけど、私は先に逃げさせてもらうわよ。
Sorry, but I'm going to make my escape first.
ああ、分かってる。お前を奴らに捕まえさせるわけにはいかないからな。
Yeah, I understand. We can't let them catch you.
ありがとう。私たちが助かるのも、あなたのおかげよ。
Thank you. It's because of you that we were saved. Wait, so how does Takeshi end up in the pod in this?
喜ぶのは早いかもしれないけど、まあいいわ。それじゃさよなら。
It might be too early to celebrate, but well, goodbye for now.
おう、またな。またどこかでみんなで会おうぜ。
Yeah, see you. Let's all meet up again somewhere.
考えておくわ。
I'll think about it. And then Tsugumi leaves. Just then a small electronic sound rings out. Coco wakes up. Then Yu administers the antibodies to the awakened Coco. However, possibly because they were administered too late, Coco's condition worsened once again.
クラナリどうしよう。このままじゃここ、救助隊が来るまで体が持たないわよ。
Oh, it's gonna be shoehorned. Oh my, this is gonna be so shoehorned. Takeshi, what should we do? If this continues, Coco won't make it until the rescue team arrives. So they're gonna figure out some way to put Coco in the freeze pod.
ちくしょう、どうすればいい?
What do we do? Oh, we gotta do the thing that makes everything go consistent. I look around the room. My gaze falls on the hyperbaric chamber.
やっぱり、あれに入れておいた方がいいのか?
Should we put her in there?
でも、ウイルスが体を蝕んでいく速度が速くて、もう効果は期待できないわ。
But the virus is spreading through her body so fast, we can't expect it to be effective anymore. His face darkens.
どうすればいいんだ?
What should I do? I say to no one in particular, but then I get an idea.
そうだ! 冬眠させちまえばいいんだ!
I got it! We should put her into cold sleep.
そうよ、それだわ。低体温状態に保てば、ウイルスが体を蝕んでいく速度も遅くできる。その間に抗体が効いてくれるかもしれないわ。
Yes, that's it. If we keep her in low temperature state, we can slow down the virus's progress. The antibodies won't take effect in the meantime.
ひとまず、ココは冬眠させて、後から救助に来るってわけだな。
Or will take effect. Well, put Coco into cold sleep for now, and then the rescue team will come for us later. We lay Coco in the chamber. However, just as we're about to close the lid, there's a sudden issue. No.
お願い。ここを置いていかないで。
Please don't leave me here.
一人ぼっち。寂しいから。嫌なの。
I don't want to be alone. I hate it.
怖いの。怖いの。とっても。
It's like this time it's different because now you sees them go into cold sleep. And so it's like, you know, it's not like she has to be informed of it, but whatever. It's so scary. So I decided to go into cold sleep with Coco. Just like in the other room.
それじゃ、クラナリ。
Well, Takeshi?
ああ、俺は疲れたから、先に休ませてもらうよ。
Yep, I'm exhausted. I'll get some well-deserved rest. And you're gonna think, okay, this is like the you ending, right? This is like you X Takeshi shipping. But now I just realized something. If Tsugumi's kids don't exist, right? Then how do you recreate the 2034 situation? It seems like the whole point of this whole thing is, well, there's 2 points. One of it is to be like, we're doing Coco's thing with each of the bad endings, right? Coco likes to write the ending so it turns out good, right? We're kind of like being like Coco. But then also is trying to like make this continuity work. Well, in timelines where Coco's kids don't exist, you can't make the 2034 incident happen as it did. So, does that mean that Tsugumi's kids exist in every timeline? If that's the case, does that mean that these other routes, the ship can't sail because Takeshi already has responsibility to help raise these kids and wants to take it and marries Tsugumi, right? Right? Oh, whatever. I'm exhausted, so I'll get some well-deserved rest.
まったく
Jeez.
それじゃあ蓋を閉めてくれ。
Close the lid, would you? But Yu doesn't close the lid. Instead, she looks at me with a tender expression.
You?
You?
たけし
Takeshi? Yu's face gets closer.
おやすみのキスよ
Let me give you a good night kiss. Yu closes her eyes, and then I feel a soft touch on my lips. We share our feelings with a long, powerful farewell kiss.
それじゃあ必ず迎えに来るからね
I'll definitely come back for you.
ああ、待ってる。ずっと待ってるから。
Yeah, I'll be waiting. Forever.
それじゃあ、You。おやすみな。
Alright, you, good night.
おやすみたけし
Good night, Takeshi. Then Yu shuts the lid. And I sleep. Something warm touches my lips. When I open my eyes, I see... her face. She looks more mature, but I recognize her immediately. It's a long kiss.
おはようたけしよく眠れた
Good morning, Takeshi. Sleep well?
おはよう、You。ぐっすり眠れたよ。
Good morning, you. Yeah, I slept like a log.
それに、
And...
それに
And...
おかげで目覚めばっちりだよ。
That was an amazing wake-up call.
でしょ
Right?
迎えに来てくれてありがとうな。
Thank you for coming to get me.
そうよさっそうと白馬に乗ったお姫様が現れるってね
It's like, why did you have to wait 17 years in this timeline? Of course, the princess on the white horse had to appear. I mean, Blinkwinkle didn't even do anything here. Like, we'd have to yell at Takeshi to... I don't know. Of course, the princess on the white horse had to appear.
なんだそりゃ。
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
お姫様は待ってるだけじゃないの動くときは動くのよ
The princess doesn't just wait around. She moves when it's time.
でもずいぶん遅くなっちゃったけどね
But it did take quite a while.
どのくらいだ？
How long?
17年よ
17 years?
まさかな。
No way. You're in
本
your
当
30s?
よ
I'm serious. Between. To a parallel world. Number 8, connecting worlds. So if we end off on you, does that mean you is like the main... The main girl? Like you is the final girl? Is that how this is supposed to be? The year 2034. Yuharu specifically? In all worlds. Just then, all worlds become one. Wait, that doesn't work? Now you're shipping Takeshi with multiple different girls. You put them together? How does that work? In every world I see this. In every world I see them looking up at me. In all worlds, both spoken and unspoken, everything converges at this point. Wait, so Takeshi's kids exist. And then there's Yuharu, and that just converged with the world we just saw. Even if in the next moment each world writes its own separate story. Oh, okay, that's how they explain it. In all worlds I see their smiles. I see what I want to see. I hear the voices I want to hear. I want to see everyone's smiles. I want to hear everyone's laughter. So I make a wish. To the three goddesses of the fate dwelling in this world. Their thoughts and wishes, recognized as a different form, make up my power. And then the goddesses send a miracle. To the spoken world. I guess there's three goddesses now. It's like Segumi, you, and Sora. To the unspoken world. To every world. They send a miracle. Because I want to see everyone's smiles. Because I want to see everyone's laughter. They send a miracle. So, the Cure virus is sent to every world. The Cure virus. Segumi felt despair because of it, but in reality, it's our hope. Because it was born from the wish, the desire for everyone to live. It was born from hope. Forever and ever. Infinity. The world of Ever17. Oh, there's a pound sign. Hashtag Infinity. The world of Ever17. Now, in this moment, in this world, therefore in every world, that time, that place, for just that one moment, overlap and intersect. All versions of her are looking at me. Her? Probably referring to Coco again. All versions of her recognize me. So at this moment I am born. Unless all the girls are different versions of Coco. As the me of this world. Therefore, for that one moment, to witness that miraculous moment, I move. Within Hokuto, borrowing Takeshi's perspective to understand this world, to meet her. I view my actions from another perspective. It may be like randomly selected points in time and connecting them to record a single history. From a human perspective, it might look like replaying history or fixing it and recording it anew. It does, actually. That's what you just did. I also view my actions from my own perspective. All records, all history, the entire world appears as a single thread of light. Different threads of light spiral, entwine, and are woven together. The entwined thread of light, seen from a distance, appear as a single thick thread. So now I can now be seen by them. So now you can see us. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's what Blinkwinkle looks like in the sky, is a giant infinity logo. For the world that is here now. Because we're watching, I am here now.
お前が見ていてくれたから、俺は今ここにいるんだぜ。
Hey, you're watching me, so I'm here now.
君が見ていてくれたから、僕は今ここにいるんだ。
You are watching me, so I am here now.
あなたが見ていてくれたから、私は今ここにいるわ。
Because you are watching, I am here now.
あなたが見ていてくれたから、私は今ここにいるんです。
You are here, as you are watching, I am here now.
ねえ、知ってる？あなたが見ていてくれたから、私は今ここにいる。
Hey, did you know? Because you are watching me, I am here now.
あなたが見ていてくれたから、私は今ここにいるんだね。
Because you are watching me, here I am.
あなたが見ていてくれたから、私は今ここにいるでござるよ。ニンニン。
Because you are watching me, I am here now. Nin nin. Okay, so Kogo is the last one. Oh, we don't have Kabaraki. Kabaraki now.
お前が見ていてくれたから、俺は今ここにいるんだぜ。
You are watching me, so I am here now. Okay, are we gonna do Pee-Pee and Chammy, or are we just skip to Coco? Yes, we are. Okay. Chammy?
あなたが見ていてくれたから、ココは今ここにいるんだよ。
We skip. Chammy doesn't exist. Because you are watching me, I am here now.
だから。
So.
ありがとう。
Arigato, stretched out. Thank you, stretched out. This is so dragged out.
ありがとう。
The moment our eyes meet, love is born. Recognition changes. That's right. The world changes. Perspective changes. And the world is born. Perspective is born. And the world begins to shine brightly. Okay, so we got credits. Music. This doesn't sound Takeshi Abo. Okay. So what happened here was I muted my microphone in order to not talk over or put a bunch of background sound over the music of the end credits. But then I forgot to unmute my microphone for the next approximately 15 minutes. And so this, until the indication that this is over occurs, this is an overdub in post. So I don't remember exactly what the commentary was, and this is probably not going to line up exactly with the visual because I have to kind of start recording the audio and start playing the video and recording over at the same time, and I don't have a way to haven't figured out the science about how to do that kind of thing yet. But okay, it looks like I can go through the CGs. So we have, yeah, New Life Blake Breakable Route. We have you, talking to you. We have, okay, you kissing Takeshi, basically. And when I was watching this, I was actually kind of, like, confused here. There wasn't a older you kissing CG. But that's because there is no older you kissing CG even in the game. It's not omitted. In the game, it does depict older you kissing Takeshi, but you just get the zoomed out CG and a bunch of ellipses. It's not a... you don't get like a picture of it, just a picture of the younger you. So then I say something of the sort of, I have one more thing I need to do. And I think at the time I didn't say what that thing was, but because I'm overdubbing it, I am going to say that thing. And that is... get the you bad ending. And while I was clicking through this, my initial sort of knee-jerk thoughts were, well, the narrator says that that last shot with all of the characters in the picture, regardless of the timeline you end up in, at some point you go through that shot. That means that shot is canon in every timeline, which I presume also includes the bad ending, which they turn into like a U ending, the Takeshi bad ending, which they turn into a U ending. And so in that ending, Takeshi's and Tsugumi's kids exist, and in all endings for that matter. And so that means that in all the timelines, Takeshi and Tsugumi make the babies, regardless of the affinity between the two characters that's reflected in the dialogue, depending on which route you go in. And it also means... let's see if we got a different choice here. That you basically is like kisses Takeshi, is like good night, and Takeshi goes to sleep. Like she confesses her love for Takeshi. Takeshi goes to sleep in the pod. Okay, I'm gonna pick a new choice here. So they all stay quiet, and it gives you ellipses. And it's just more ellipses. I guess I was saying something here. I was making some sort of... I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, the girl and I continue to walk briskly. Anyway. So yeah, if you stay quiet, guess what happens? You hit stay quiet, guess what happens? You end up staying quiet. This remake of the Ever17 isn't like Remember 11, where you get something out of reading every single possible line of dialogue you can. But sometimes playing Remember 11 puts me into that mindset where you have to like do all the choices, like every choice possible at every choice, basically. Okay, we're gonna select the opposite. Where am I here? Where am I? Deep within my mind, in the depths of my memories, I feel a sensation akin to something flipping over. That's right, I know where I am. This is... when I try to say where I am, the words don't come out. Despair? For some reason the word pops into my mind. And it skips again. Okay. Then, after this, she learns about Tsugumi's children through the... I have to hesitate here. Come on, hit hesitate. I don't know, I guess I was saying something and I had to finish my sentence before I made a choice. So I'll do that myself now. Oh, now I'm hitting it. Okay. I hesitate for a moment to fully grasp the situation. Escape? Yes, come on, let's go.
いいから逃げるのよ。
The girl grabs my hand, something or other. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to be synced up well at all, I'm sorry. Learns about Takeshi and Tsugumi's kids through the Lemurian inscription. And so now she knows that Takeshi and Tsugumi had I guess you could call it like a tryst or something. I mean, it's not technically that because neither of them were in a relationship. Can't we escape on foot? There are emergency
上へ
stairs
上がる
leading
非
up.
常階段はあるんだけど、さっき見に行ってみたらどうやら使えないみたいなのよ。防災シャッターで閉じられてたから。
There are emergency stairs leading up, but when I went to check earlier, it seems we can't use them. They were closed off with disaster doors.
あとはここから会場インゼルヌルへ行くには加減圧エレベーターを使うしかないけど。
And to get to Incel
非常時はエレベーター通路内の防災シャッターが自動的に閉じて使えなくなるの。
emergencies and disaster doors, the elevator pathway is automatically closed. We can't use them.
だから脱出ポットを使うしかないのよ。
So I have no choice but to use the escape pod.
脱出ポットは決まったブロックに十分な数があるはずなのに一個もないなんて。
There should be enough pods that designated blocks, but to find none at all. Yeah, problems with like designated blocks. According to
防
safety.
災規定で各層の第1ブロックと第5ブロックに必ずあるはずなのよ。
According to safety regulations, there should always be escape pods in the first and fifth blocks of each layer.
で、ここエルストボーデンの脱出ポットってアイスオーデにもあったじゃない。
But there are escape pods here in Ersteboden's Ein Zone, weren't there? Yeah, I have issues with the audio lining up between my audio track and my video track trying to do this overdub, and so I'm like talking too late and trying to talk too fast.
ああ、ごめんね。久々に後輩に会ったもんだからつい話し込んじゃって。
Oh, sorry, it's been a while since I met Naki-senpai, so I got carried away. There's another choice coming up right up here, right? Nope. Okay. Oh, that's just right.
そうそう。
That it stops there because Sar's mouth moves mid-sentence. So it's not like it's a fornication. Anyway, between Tsugumi and Takeshi. But despite that, 17 years later, when she wakes Takeshi up, she seems to try to continue this relationship by doing this super long kiss and then saying good morning, Takeshi. And you could say good morning, Takeshi for continuity because they would still be friends, but she like kissed him, right? Which suggests an expectation that she'd be able to pick him up. Now, the way I think about relationships, right, I don't really have much tolerance in my head for reading something that's not exclusive because of how my values are. So when it seems to suggest some sort of like harem thing, polygamy thing going on, where they're all trying to share Takeshi, or just not really thinking about it as just being silly and just trying to it's just like Coco in her childlike innocence, trying to write what she thinks would be the happiest ending, and not realizing that someone that's like an adult man like me would find this rather disturbing. That's kind of the point, right? It's supposed to be like a fairy tale ending. It's a little bit contorted. But yeah, that's a bit weird, right? You'd think that you would go, oh, Takeshi was going after someone else but me. I quickly avert my eyes and crouch down to retrieve whatever it was. Looking around the room after standing up, Sara is nowhere to be found. Okay, you think that you would like abandon the plot of trying to pick Takeshi up if, she learned that Tsugumi was gonna try to do that herself, right? And she doesn't try that hard to steal him from Tsugumi necessarily. Your name is so long, I want to see what you know.
親の顔が見てみてよ。
Your name is so long, I want to see what your parents look like. Again, that would be Ryoko had to act this out. Like, he had to pretend to be sleeping and then say that in that way. Yeah. Anyway, it looks like looking at my timeline that my real voice, about to realize I didn't unmute, and I'm gonna come back in. So let's pass it off to me, I guess. Oh, I'm chewing. Oh dear. Okay, so here's what happened. So I muted my microphone during the credits. And then I don't understand, I guess. At that moment, nothing seems clear. But somewhere deep inside, I feel like I know.
ごめん、そうだった。少年には記憶がなかったんだっけ。知ってても思い出せないか。
Yeah, of course. You've lost your memories, huh? Even if you know, you can't recall it. You looks apologetic.
アルキメデスの原理って言ってね。
Archimedes' principle, right?
物体にかかる浮力は、その物体が押しのけた液体の重さに等しいってことなんだけどね。
It's the principle that the buoyant force acting on this object submerged in a fluid is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced. So now I'd have to, like, re-record all the audio that I would have recorded from the credits to, like, then. Great. I don't know how to deal with that. I don't really want to say it all again because I want to re-record that because I can read things out loud and stuff.
まあいいわ。少年知らなかったんでしょ。
Well, whatever. You didn't know, did you?
でも私って外面を飾ってもそれに負けないくらい内面も輝いてるでしょ。
But even if I do dress up, my inner beauty shines brighter than that. You strikes a pose and winks. I can only nod silently at this point. Yeah. Yeah, great. It's gonna be a fun time in Audacity, re-recording all my voice stuff. So anyway. I don't know what to say. I'm like stall. We're getting the use bad ending, guys. And just stalling out. We're only on day 2 or something. We're playing Kick the Can. I don't know. Like, I'm doing these things that are, like, anti-you, but, like, I think, I made the choice that locked me into use route, so it should still go use route, just go bad. Okay, day 3. I'm also trying to, like, you know, pick choices I didn't previously pick, so it's like, you know, a little bit, you know, kind of, if you're curious what happens there. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna go fix the pipe. Come on, get over there and do it. Check the door if it's hot. Sitting here chewing things. Okay, Stugumi's gonna go check the methane hydrate plant, and then nothing's gonna be there, and then Sara's gonna confront her, and then we're gonna chase after her, and she's gonna tell us we're gonna die. We still don't know what that means. The remake tries to pass it off by saying, she's like, oh, I don't think you're gonna die literally. Whatever it means to figuratively die. Okay, we're checking the password. Let's say I don't understand. I don't have a clue what to do.
どう？わかった？
Did you figure something out? No, not yet. A look of resignation appears on Yu's face. If we change our perspective, we'll definitely notice something. If we change our perspective, we'll definitely notice something? My own words bother me in a way. Let's do it wrong. If I roll up the paper, maybe I can make sense of something. I try rolling the paper up. No good. Even when rolled up, nothing really changes.
どう？わかった？
Did you figure something out? Yeah, what am I trying isn't working.
やっぱり無理なんだよ。
I guess it's impossible after all.
私だっていろいろ試したんだからさ。
I tried all sorts of stuff too. Curses.
いい加減諦めたら？
Why not just give up already? I won't give up.
意外と頑固なんだね、少年って。
You're surprisingly stubborn, boy. I won't give up.
所詮、私ら三次元人に二次元人のことなんて理解できっこないってば。
After all, us three-dimensional beings can't really understand two-dimensional folks.
ほら、印刷された文字って二次元の存在でしょ？それに対して私たちは三次元の存在。
Get it? Printed text exists in two dimensions, right? And we exist in three dimensions.
要するに、住む世界が違うんだよ。
In other words, we live in different worlds.
もし、このバーコードもどきを理解しようとしたら、それこそ二次元の気持ちにならなきゃいけないわけであり。
If we want to understand this barcode or whatever, we have to put ourselves in a two-dimensional mindset. You mean...
どったの？
Huh? What's up? The world of text is two-dimensional, while our world is three-dimensional. To understand the two-dimensional, we need to get into the two-dimensional mindset. To get into that mindset, I'm gonna fold it in half. If I fold the paper in half, maybe I can make sense of something. I tried folding the paper in half. No good. Even when folded in half, nothing really changes.
どう？わかった？
Did you figure something out? Yeah, that's what I'm trying and isn't working. What I'm trying isn't
やっ
working.
ぱり無理なんだよ。
I guess it's impossible after all.
私だっていろいろ試したんだからさ。
I've tried all sorts of stuff too. Grr. Okay, I surrender.
ほらね、言わんこっちゃない。
Told you so.
それを読み解こうなんて最初から無理なんだよ。
This was impossible from the start.
さてと、私は最後の賭けに出てみるとしますか。
Well then, shall I make one last gamble? There are still key words you haven't tried.
ダメ元で思いつく限りのフレーズを試してみようと思うの。
Yeah, I'll try every phrase I can think of as a last resort. You turns to the keyboard. Access denied, incorrect name or password. But it seemed things wouldn't go as smoothly as expected.
こんちきしょうめ
damn it all.
かくなる上は
Since it's come to this,
アブラカタブラ
abracadabra. What?
開けごま
Open sesame.
タンタンタヌキのマタンキ
Something that they translated to hocus pocus because they didn't know what else to translate it to. But it's not hocus pocus. But it might be something that you say when you're trying to perform transubstantiation in a Catholic Mass in Japan. I don't know.
ベントラスペースピーポー
Come quickly. We're waiting for you, space people. For some reason, we had to translate that to aliens because space people apparently wasn't already in English. As expected, none of these phrases breach the sea-level security. Why did you need to say them out loud? I'm starting to feel exasperated. Our vacant laughter gradually turns into deep sighs.
もう今日は寝ようか。
Maybe we should call it a night. Yeah, maybe. Overwhelmed by immense fatigue, we leave the control room. Anyway. Next day, I guess, is this day 5 or what? 4? I don't know. That's what happens when you fail the password. That was my phone. Okay. Nothing interesting on the phone. Background music is oddly absent here. Maybe it's because I'm skipping or something. Or because, like, it takes so much pause between background musics in the remake that, like, you can, like, if you're on skip mode, it's just a bunch of silence because it never has time to, like, settle into a single track. With some background music back. Okay, we're at retail stock now, so we're getting somewhere. We're going on. Okay, we're getting Sara's help to get in the computer. Come on, I gotta get through this scene. This seems really long in the remake. Okay, Sora shows up. And then we have to, like, change Sora's rules. Sora be all annoying. Now we know now that we've seen the ending. This is kind of weird what Sora's doing there, but okay. Apparently that changed the Sora from Ever17, so she had a hard time maintaining the space-time vibration device, apparently. And then Sora collapses, right? We carry her to the infirmary and she goes back in. I think we've probably already done that. And then Sora spills the tea on us. We learn everything about you. Sora says you gotta go beat your knight and go get your girl. So we go to find you. And then we tell her some stuff. I don't know. We flub this. I don't know. I don't even know about myself.
そうだったわね。少年。
That's right, isn't it, boy?
あなたも私も
You and me.
You I
You, I.
私はあなた
You are me.
あなたは私
I am you.
You are me
You are me.
でも一人ぼっちじゃない
But you are not alone. Okay. Okay, we got the pin. Proto version of the big speech about dimensions and stuff. Still skipping. Talking on the statue, down at the party. He's best of all to fix the sub, I think. After having the party. Sandwich thing happens. Tsugumi eats the sandwich. It says it tastes like pizza or something. Okay, we're going on like a date with you, I guess. We see you, Aki, the other you Haru in the distance, somehow. Let's claim it does. I mean, there is a woman in her 30s that has skin just as good. It just might. What was it again the other day? Takeshi said something about hyaluronic acid or placenta, something about getting a nip and tuck.
ほう、私がそういうことをやっていると、面白い冗談ね。
Oh, that's what I'm doing, huh? That's a pretty funny joke. You clenched her fist and cracking her knuckles. Getting angry will make more winkles appear. If I said that, I'd be fish food. Yeah, it's just a joke.
あの人は私のお母さんなんかじゃなかった。
She wasn't my mother.
本当のお母さんじゃなかったんだ。
She wasn't my real mother. Yu hangs her head, and... learning stuff about what her mom did, or whatever. It's day 7 or 6 or whatever. I think it's day 6. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's like the ending part. We have to have Yu's mom appear on the screen first, though. Yeah, here she is. Then we have this guy. Who knows who that guy is? They did. And there's desire to disambiguate stuff in this game in the remake. They still did not disambiguate that guy, the one dude that shows up on the TV screen. I can't reach you. Don't give up, just a little more, just a little more. We're getting closer, our hands are getting closer. But for some reason our hands pass each other by. You, I'm over here, this way. I'm trying, but we try over and over again to grab each other's hands. However, no matter how many times we make the attempt, we miss each other. It's the same as before. Just like when I tried to put the cap on the pin. The dimensions of where I am and where you is are out of sync. The roar of the light illuminating us almost mockingly reminds me of the roar of the evil dragon. It's not working, huh? Yu's face clouds up. You, don't give up, just a little more, a little more. But Yu's face contorts with sadness. They can't reach her. My feelings can't reach her. The strength drains from the tips of my fingers. Suddenly I feel a headache, dizziness, nausea. A chilling sensation seeps out from within my body. My vision is blurry. I've gone all out, but my power has reached its limit. Yet I rally my spirit and hold fast. In this infinite terror, we struggle and continue to resist. I can't reach. She desperately stretches her hand to me. But our hands, appearing to overlap, can't touch one another. Is there no hope? Is it over? Do we have no choice but to give up? Just then, my eyes meet Yu's. You mutters something, but I can't hear her. You? Yu's figure blurs, dissolving into light. She melts into a sea of light. Like a mermaid turning into foam. Melting into light, disappearing. You! Despair, fear, anger, sadness, regret, frustration, indignation. These surging emotions gradually fade into the light, melting into it. I, myself, melt away into the light. And finally, only the pain in my chest is left. Just the pain. Got it. And did that 100% achievement the game? Yes, it did on Steam. Cool. That's the end. I'll re-record the part I had missing in the middle later. Probably not right now. I'll probably go back and hopefully it's only like 10 minutes or something. I have other things I need to do. And when that finishes the game, finally.